to the graphic nature of this program, listener discretion is advised.
Greetings, universe! My name is Orbital Bacon, and I am...
Thunder! 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 Thundercats!
I can't stay long tonight, but I wanted to put some paint in the artist's pot. Hail Lord Bacon and the Caconiers, long may we reign.
Thank you, Chester Stevens! A little bit of thunder cake. Ho! Let's go, man. Thank you so much. Big dono right out of the gate. Appreciate you, brother. Let's see. Where did I leave off? I am certified G1 and a real freaking prime. Welcome to another live stream. It's Friday, the end of the week. That means if you're here, you are indeed made of sterner stuff. Wooga wooga and booga booga, bim bams and flum bums. Oh, what's going on? Welcome back to another edition of Sterner Stuff. You know what that means. You know what time it is. That's right. It's Friday night. We're kicking off another weekend. We made it. We made it. I never had a doubt. I knew you guys would make it to another weekend. Once again, we're ready to kick back, have a few laughs. We're going to set sail, cruise on into the weekend on board the Gyat Yacht here. We got a visit from the Gyat Fairy from Painting and Rambling. Let's go.
It's Stir Friday, the end of the week, and if you've made it this far, you're made of sterner stuff.
That's right. Stir Friday. Sterner stuff. Stir Friday. That's right. You're in the danger zone. All right. That's where you are now. Okay. He thought, oh man, I just got to get through the week. I'll be okay. Oh no. It's Friday night. That means danger zone. What's going on? Thank you, Painting and Rambling. Appreciate you, man. So yeah, hopefully you guys are ready to set sail and cruise on into the weekend on board the Gyat Yacht here. We're going to be A-logging some cartoons, going over the latest memes that I've cooked up for these decades-old cartoons. And, of course, everybody's favorite segment of the week, the Waifu Roundup. So hopefully you've been keeping those Wrangle devices tuned up in tip-top condition because you got some waifus that you're definitely going to want to wrangle tonight. Get them in your stable.
When I come back, this happens. Oh, great. Shaboxa, you liar.
Come to me, son of joy, kneel before Swiss.
Kneel before Swiss, the other half of the Cheddar Swiss coalition. So even if Chester Stevens, he mentioned he wouldn't be able to stay long, but he's got his tag team partner here, and they are running the stream boss position right now. They are in control, ruling over it. So those are the two you got to beat right now. We got Wiss in first place, followed by Chester Stevens. Thank you, Painting and Rambling, as well. Appreciate the big support right out of the gate. That's a big dono there too. Thank you, Wiss. Thank you. Is there such a thing as too much cake? I don't think so. One of these days we'll get a definitive answer, but I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure there's no such thing. And speaking of, like I said in the waifu roundup, we got some awesome stuff here from our talented artist, Master Krakken, as well as a couple from Odacat too. So like I said, you guys are definitely going to want to get these waifus in your stable. So make sure your wrangle devices are ready to go for the waifu roundup. We're going to have a good time tonight going over the Saturday morning preview for volume 146 tomorrow morning. 146, inching ever closer to 150. And it's going to be a pretty wild morning too, okay? These waifus are out of control. As you saw the title of the stream, Shira woke up and chose violence, and she's not the only one. She's not the only one. So the waifus are running wild tomorrow. It's going to be chaos and it's going to be fun. So we're going to go over the Saturday morning preview tonight. Got a lot of good stuff, some good memes for you guys. And then, of course, the waifu roundup. It's going to be a good time. So are you guys ready to hang out? You guys ready to kick off the weekend? Was your week good? Hopefully your week was good. Hopefully it wasn't too terrible for you. Hopefully you had a good week. But regardless, hopefully you're ready to kick off the weekend, because I know I am. I'm ready to hang out with the best community on YouTube. I'm talking about you guys, the Baconeers and Baconettes, the Bim Bams and the Flum Bums. Get on board. Get on board, okay? Can you hear it calling? Can you hear it calling? The Gyat is ready to set sail. It's time to cruise on into the weekend. Hopefully you had a good week, but if you didn't, well, it's over now. Can't hurt you anymore. So time to relax, okay? Time to relax. We're going to have some laughs. We're just going to have a good time. We're going to have a good time. So who do we got in here tonight? Let's see who we got in here. It looks like we got a good crowd already. Let's see who we got in. If you're a moldy oldie Baconeer, you already know when it's time to say hello. But if you're new, I'll let you know what to do. You just got to put that bacon in the sky. Send it way up high, all the way up into orbit. Look at it flying up there already. I love it. I love every time it just goes flying straight up into the sky. We got bacon going into orbit. It's overcast. Let's go. Let's see who we got in here. I see Hellspawn Leviathan. Hail, brother. What's up? We got Gojira, aka Philip. What's going on, man? Impu T. Hey, Sushi. Let's go. Michael Russum is here. Good to see you, brother. Hopefully you're doing well. Ad user. What's up? He's got some cheese in there with this bacon. Don't worry, you're gonna get plenty of cheese this weekend. We're gonna have a good time. I got some crazy stuff in store, not just for tomorrow morning's lineup, but tonight's midnight movie, the anime grindhouse. Just get ready for a cheesy weekend. It's gonna be fun. Let's see, we got Duo Maxwell in here. Good to see you, sir. Carlos Cal, Ron McChaos, hail, brother. We got Taverns Pole, hail, O/ with the bacon. Soul Edge is here. What's up, man? We got Tim J, hail to you, brother. Brian Knapp is here. We got Loki Thorson, the representative of the Cobra law firm. Kenzo's Creations is here, my eternal rival in Crossfire. And I see he brought his Zoomerangs, ready to battle to the death for Nocturna. That's right, it's Zoomerangs Friday. Every day, until it's finally settled, Kenzo. I think every day is Zoomerang Day. We got Book Golem in here. T-Bone Tony, T-Bone, the Bard. What's going on, T-Bone? We got Neo 007. Reluctant is here. Gabriel Villegas, what's going on? Jason Long, hail, brother.
Another Friday, another Sterner stuff, and another ticket for the BOOGA train.
Get on board. Get on board. Thank you, Reverb 154, the BOOGA train, as well as the Thrust bus. They do offer dockside service, so you can just get dropped off right here at the Gyat and cruise on into the weekend. Okay, we try to keep it convenient for you. So thank you, man. I really appreciate that. Let's see, we got Kyle Conklin in here, one half of the Maloon Conklin tag teams. We got Tomatoes, Killer Tomatoes. What's going on? Waste of Space, aka Cheetos, aka the #1 troll with his catchphrase, Bah Humwunch. Let's go. Daharka 88, hail, brother. What's going on? We got Chaos Mage, Retro Ryu. What's going on to you, man? Panthra is here. Good to see you, Panthra. There's 4444 Lowbrow. Good to see you back, sir. We got Chichi Boy.
One ticket, please.
Oh, what? Kitty. Did Kitty figure out the E, elongated E? He's like, I'm just going to read it normal. Kitty, no slacking on the job here, okay? You got to read each and every one of those E's. All right, you just read the word. Oh, what are you doing? What's going on? But thank you, Kenzo Creation. Thank you for the ticket to ride on the Booga train there. Let's see. We got Chi-Chi Boy in here. Shindo25. Good to see you. Isaac Nieder says, here's to see some Kamugi in some new outfits. Starting to look forward to that. I'm glad you are. I'm glad you are, because she's not going anywhere. I don't know where she is in the lineup tonight. I don't know if we'll get to her tonight. But there is more, okay? Not only do I already have some completed works from Master Krakken of Kamugi dressed in other outfits, but we have some more on the way. So yeah, I'm glad that you're looking forward to it. I was kind of worried. I'm like, man, I hope this doesn't get old, you know, like for people, they're, oh, come on, we've seen her. But you haven't seen her in this outfit yet, you know what I mean? You haven't seen her dressed as this Saturday morning waifu yet. But no, I'm glad you're looking forward to it, man.
Ooga booga booga.
Ooga booga, Soul Edge. Thank you. Thank you so much, man. You guys are already cracking me up. Let's go. Let's see. We got Southside Ronin. What's going on, man? Ambient Expanse is here. Look at all that bacon. We got James D. Morris as it's Bacon and Roses time.
Time to kick back and relax.
Kitty not getting away with the test.
ケーキだったらこれぐらい普通でしょ?
Kitty passed the stealth check with his
Thank you so much. Wolverine and then back to back. So we got the elongated E and we got the stealth check back to back, and Kitty is now reading each and every single E. He roboted like 3 times right there. That was amazing.
Magnificent. Look at the size of that thing.
I have been gone too long and I have missed you, my baconeers.
Bubsy Bobcat, thank you for the big dono, man. Look at the size of that thing. Look at the size of that dono right there. Appreciate you, Bubsy Bobcat, and it's good to have you back, man. I joke around. I say, oh, the moldy oldie baconeers. It's a funny rhyme. But I love the guys and gals that have been around for a long, long time. You're one of them, man. You're one of them. So it's good to see you back. Last week we were talking about Tavern's Pool because it was actually his birthday the day before Sterner stuff, and he's a moldy oldie baconeer as well. So I love seeing the guys that stick around for a long time. That's great. We got new faces too. Hopefully those new faces will stick around and become familiar faces, because we have a good time over here, okay? So let's finish these shout outs here. We got Beer Drinking Dwarf. Cheers, brother. Tony Nuggets is here, says I'm just checking in with the Nugget clan. So shout out to Luke and Sprunky as well. We've got Hellspawn Leviathan. What's good? Let's see who else. Wiss. Or is he? I think that is Wiss. What's going on, man? One half of the Cheddar Swiss coalition right there. Prince of the Abyss is here, says we're going to need a bigger yacht. Yeah, eventually we just might need a bigger yacht. I don't know. I mean, what's the actual logistics here? Because normally it's the orbital station, you know, like we're out in space. 10 big Bison Bucks from Talicoman.
Shira intro theme is better than He-Man intro theme.
Agreed. I love the music. I mean, they have some similar music. They probably share some tracks between the two shows. But honestly, the Shira music, like the soundtrack in general, is just really, really good. It gets stuck in my head a bunch. And I do love that intro theme, especially when it's in German. Little Ich bin Shira. You know, it's extra good. It's extra good when it's German. So thank you for that one. Let's see who else we've got. Isaac Nieder, Janky Times. Oh yes, there will be jank. All right, not just cheese, but you also get jank as well. They kind of go hand in hand, you know. It's like peanut butter and jelly. You need your cheese and your jank. All right, they go hand in hand. Let's see. Robert Benson is here. Good to see you, Robert Benson. Mock in the dock. What's going on? Hopefully things are going well for you. Are you actually in Boston? I know you said that's how I should say your name, like with a Boston accent. Are you in Boston? Let's see who else we got in here. I saw James D. Morris. I think we saw Jason Long. We got Omegon. What's going on? Oh, you're not late. You're just on time. Got Jeezy. Fueling up the thrust bus. Let's go.
My ninjas.
My ninjas. Let's go. Thank you, Gunjeezy Fisheezy. Let's see. We got Kyle Conklin here. We got painting and rambling. Careful with the bacon. That's how you get ants. You want ants? Because that's how you get ants. Yeah, you can't just leave the bacon lying around. We got Leave Me Alone, Please No. Wolverine is here. There's Andre Skunkar. Oh, man, I'm sorry, guys. I have an unintentional running gag. I mispronounce at least one person's name in the chat nearly every stream. It looks like you're the lucky winner tonight. We'll just go with Andre. I think I got at least that part right. Let's see. Slayer is in here. We got Ricardo Vasquez. Rice, what's going on? Let's see who else. Let's see. Did we get... I think we got everybody there. I'm going through all this bacon, man. It's a lot of bacon. I love to see it. Rooster 0084. What's going on, man? Let's see. I think that might be it. Now I'm seeing a bunch of E's. It goes from bacon to just EEE.
Booga, booga, wooga, wooga, zooka, zooka.
That's right. That's right. Zook, zook, booga, booga, zook, zook, booga, booga. We need to bring that song back. But thank you. Appreciate it, Robert Benson. Thank you for the super chat there. Man, you guys are being super generous right out of the gate. I really appreciate it, guys. Well, hopefully I caught everybody during the shout outs. If I missed your name, just put some bacon in the chat. That usually catches my attention. Or you can get my attention through a super chat now that Kitty is reading all of the E's as he's supposed to. Although now it's pinned at the bottom of the live chat. So YouTube has done yet another pointless update. First, we got the little @ symbol in front of everybody's name, and it was no longer recognizable from what it used to be. And then they changed the wrench to a shield for the moderators, or in this channel's case, channel members.
Magnificent! Look at the size of that thing!
Ich bin Shira, aber Frost ist mein Favorit.
All right, Kitty needs to polish up on his German there. We'll give you points for trying, Kitty. But yeah, you need to polish up on your German pronunciation. But yes, Frosta ist mein favorite too. Okay. Ich bin Shira, but yes, Frosta is mein favorite. So thank you for that one, Bubsy Bobcat. Look at the size of that thing. Look at the size of that dono right there. Appreciate you, man. Well, I'm glad that you guys apparently have had no trouble finding. I mean, not like it's that difficult to figure out, but rather than being pinned at the top, we get another update here, and now pinned comments are at the bottom of the chat. So if you'd like to support the channel, support the war effort, because each and every week we are waging a war on woke. We're keeping the nostalgia alive. We're keeping the classic beauty standards alive. There will be no ugification of our waifus here. Not on this station. Okay, so if you guys would like to support the war effort, the super chat link is pinned now at the bottom of the super chat. Thank you, YouTube, I guess. But thank you guys, man. Obviously, no problem finding that, and a lot of support, big support right out of the gate. You guys are awesome. I see Andy Zoric in the chat. I saw a couple others. Deloran. I'm going to go with Deloran. Let's see. We got Naim Ro Shaimi. Man, I guess two people are getting their names mispronounced tonight. Sorry about that. Talika Man is here. What's going on? And anybody else that I may have missed, I'll keep it on the chat. I'll try to give you a shout out as we go along. We got all the segments here for you tonight. The Saturday morning preview for volume 146. We're going to talk about the anime Grindhouse, what we got coming up tomorrow night for that, as well as Channel Surfing's next theme, which, as much as I've been enjoying revisiting some of these themes, you know, it's sequel season. I've been doing a lot of sequel themes. We're going to have a new one, and it was actually suggested.
You're really stacked, aren't you?
The Gyat yacht is actually on the orbital station. It's just in the biozone on the asteroid part where the beaches and crossfire arenas are. And I say that the yacht is big enough cause I'd rather be on the Gyat yacht than the Chum Guzzler.
Let's go!
For the record, we are at this point because no one told a bunch of ugly women to shut up and sit down, maybe a backhand or two. Now we have what amounts to a crime against the nation. The 19th Amendment.
Holy shit, thank you, commies and not people.
Kitty speaks German well, stinky votar.
There you go. There you go. That's right. You know, he's not like terrible. He knows a little bit. He knows that the W's and V sounds, you know. So yeah, stinky vota. There you go. Kitty's trying to flex right now. Thank you for that one. And for the beast, Dono from Commies and Not People. Appreciate you. And Tavern's Pull as well. That's a stacked cat girl. And I like your thinking of that. You know, we'll make that official. We'll make that official that we are actually on the orbital station. It's got a biodome area. We have an entire lake in there where the Gyat resides. Okay, so we can always just expand on and make it larger if we need to. We got plenty of room here on the orbital station. Thank you guys. Gerald Black is here. What's going on, man? Good to see you as well. So yeah, Kitty flexing is German. Flexing like Hulk Hogan, brother. Kitty's like, he saw the German in the earlier super chat. He said, that doesn't work for me, brother. I'm just going to read it like this. And then when you send English words, I'm going to read them like they're written in German. Okay, that's what works for me, dude. I've got creative control. Kitty's hot dogging and grandstanding over here. He's doing some backstage politicking. All right, Kitty better calm down. He's gonna be the world heavyweight champion for like 3 years in a row at this rate. You know, he doesn't want to drop the belt. Doesn't want to do the job, brother. That doesn't work for me, dude. I need pantsuit. I wonder if we could give Kitty like a Hulk Hogan voice just for one show. I like the sort of British accent he has. You know, it fits. He's got his little tuxedo on there. He's looking all dapper, you know, but just because he's starting to do a little hot dogging and grandstanding, we might have to see if I can switch the voice to something that sounds like Hulk Hogan just for one show. I think that would be hilarious. And then yeah, we'll have Master Krakken draw Kitty doing the flex. You know, like the classic one where he's got one arm out and one arm curled. It's almost like he's doing the lawn sprinkler dance. You guys know the one where Hulk Hogan would flex like he's doing the lawn sprinkler. So yeah, we got to get Kitty doing that. Yeah, give him a little yellow do-rag and a handlebar mustache. Holy shit, that would be amazing. Kitty, beefcake Kitty. Oh man, you guys are cracking me up. So yeah, we got a good show in line for you tonight. I think we're gonna have a good time. We'll talk about the anime grindhouse, next week's channel surfing, which, as I was saying before, is actually gonna be a new theme that we haven't done yet. And I was kind of wondering, I'm like, should we even do this one? I've thought about it before, but I didn't know. I'm like, well, people are there fans of this particular genre? But lately we've been watching a bunch of stuff.
Alf Kynan Fall, Brooder.
Thank you, Bubsy Bobcat. Okay, he did pretty good. He did pretty good with that one. He did. You know what? Kitty's all right. And maybe he was just messing with us. Maybe he's flexing again. Oh, he's hot dogging and grandstanding. Look at Kitty flexing again there. So maybe he knows more German than he was letting on. Thank you, Bubsy Bobcat. Appreciate you, man. Kitty Norris. Oh, shit. So, like, we have Kamugi dressing up as all the other Saturday morning waifus. We've seen her as Shira and Cammy and some of the others, right? Maybe Kitty should dress up as some of the action heroes, you know, like a Hulk Hogan Kitty, Chuck Norris Kitty. That I would not be opposed to that at all. At all. I feel like that would be hilarious. So, and you know, I was thinking about it too with volume 150 coming up. It's going to be the 3-year anniversary. I was thinking about doing some updates. Already I had planned to add some new super chat animations. I'm also going to have a couple of dollar amounts where it's like random. So the favorite ones, don't worry. The favorite ones like the thrust bus and look at the size of that thing, you know, those will remain the same. So you know exactly what you're going to get when you use that amount. But some of the other amounts, I feel like it would be pretty fun to just have them random. So when you send in that amount, you don't know exactly, like you'll know it'll be from, you know, 3 or 4 different ones that I set, and it'll just pull one randomly and play it. So, and I've got some new custom animations for that coming up. I'm thinking I might update a couple of the stream layouts here, you know, just spruce them up a bit. expand the Gyat like we were talking about. It is here in the biodome on the orbital station, so we've got room. So expand the Gyat a little bit, and yeah, maybe we need some new stuff for Kitty. Okay, Hulk Hogan Kitty, Chuck Norris Kitty, Sylvester Stallone maybe, Judge Dredd Kitty. I think we've actually seen that. I'm pretty sure Master Kraken has drawn Kitty wearing a Judge Dredd costume before. So it's not even out of the realm of possibility. It's something Master Kraken has done. So I'm sure he'd be up for that. Conan Kitty, he can be zooking out. Conan Kitty, what is best in life? It's get all the waifus, take their pantsuit, and see them driven before you. So hear the lamentations of your waifus. I don't know. Yeah, that would be good. Kitty RoboCop. Holy shit. All right, we're gonna end up. It's just gonna be like all night. We're just gonna talk about which character should he dress up as next. But no, well, I'm gonna make a mental note of all of these things. I'm gonna talk to Kraken right after the show. Be like, hey man, I'm gonna need he loves putting Kitty in the pinups anyway. In fact, we saw that last week. Kamugi was dressed as Cammy and holding Kitty by the tail. He didn't look too happy about that. But so he's always drawn Kitty. So I'm sure he would be happy to have like some solo Kitty there. So yeah, enough hot dogging and grandstanding. No, we haven't had enough yet. Waste of space. I think we need to do a little more hot dogging and grandstanding. Well, no, what we need to do is shout out the stream boss. Okay, that is our last official order of business before we get into the show proper here. So Bubsy Bobcat with a very respectable 43 hit points on the health bar. All hail Bubsy Bobcat, our current stream boss. Let's get some pizza rolls raining and the waifu swanging for you, good sir. Thank you so much for the big support. The Cheddar Swiss Coalition, hot on your tail though, so keep your head on a swivel because they might try to super kick you right out of the stream boss chair. Okay, so just be mindful, but thank you so much, Bubsy Bobcat. Really appreciate the big support. You guys are awesome. All right, go ahead and like up the stream for me if you haven't already, and we're gonna get into the show, starting with the Saturday morning preview. We got volume 146 coming up tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, full 3-hour block as usual. You guys know the drill. We've got a full 3-hour block, 9 to noon, and it's going to be chaotic. Like we had a really good lineup last week, courtesy of Tavern's Poll. That's basically what he asked for his birthday. He said, hey, birthday's this week. Can I do the lineup?
This is my donation for M. Bison Kitty.
M. Bison Kitty. Oh, let's go. M. Bison Kitty. I love these ideas, man. Every single one is great. Thank you, Soul Edge. Appreciate you, man. Thank you. But yeah, Tavern's Pool said, hey, my birthday is this week. Can I do the lineup? I said, sure, go right ahead. And he provided us with an awesome lineup that coincidentally, and this like he turned in the lineup days before it happened. So it was just coincidence, but kind of crazy the way it worked out. It also served as a really good homage to Chuck Norris. We had a couple of martial arts episodes, Conan, where Jasmine wanted to be ninja. And we had WMAC Masters, which is just a really janky Mortal Kombat filmed at Universal Studios. That should tell you everything you need to know. But yeah, it was really good. So we're keeping the Zook train rolling here. Every single volume, you guys know it's always going to be zooked out. You're in for some cheese. You're definitely in for some jank tomorrow, okay? I'm just going to warn you right now. Fair warning. There's a couple of janky shows in tomorrow morning's lineup, but it's good. It's the good kind. It's going to be fun to riff on with the bacon ears. And of course, it's going to be stacked and packed wall to wall with waifus. You never have to worry about that. Whis with 10 big Bison Bucks.
For you, the day Kitty graced your village was the most important day of your life. But for me, it was Tuesday.
And that's something Kitty would say. Yeah, we really need M. Bison Kitty now. All of them, like the Chuck Norris, Hulk Hogan, M. Bison, like all of these are great ideas. They're all going to happen. Robert Benson with a visit from the Gyat Fairy.
RX-78 to Gundam Kitty?
The Kitty Gundam? I could see the Kitty Gundam competing in the G Gundam tournament. You guys remember G Gundam? Where it was basically like a big international tournament for that series. And every country had their own Gundam that represented them in the tournament. And not only that, but it also represented that country's culture, quote unquote. Kind of depends on how, I think we've talked about it before. There's the Zulu Gundam, Africa's Gundam, which is wearing a zebra cloth and holding a spear. There's the Tequila Gundam, which is Mexico's Gundam, and it looks like a giant cactus wearing a sombrero. I believe Canada's Gundam was a lumberjack. So, yeah, the Orbital Station, okay? We need our own Gundam, too. We need our own Gundam, too.
Wasn T France a Sailor Moon Gundam?
Bubsy Bobcat, was it from France? There is a Sailor Moon Gundam in that show. I think it's called the Nobel Gundam, and it basically looks like Sailor Moon, but I don't remember what country it was from, because France had a Gundam that wasn't Sailor Moon. It was like a fencer, you know, like sword fighting, like that kind of looked a little bit like Napoleon or something, you know, like the French military garb. It's kind of what their Gundam looked like. Was it Sweden? It was Sweden. Okay, so Sweden had the Sailor Moon Gundam, which actually makes sense. That actually makes a lot of sense, you know. Sweden, known for their blonde waifus. Sailor Moon, of course, a blonde waifu. So, and not only that, in the English adaptation anyway, they called her Meatball Head, and you know, some Swiss meatballs. But yeah, it was great. It was great. So the Orbital Station needs to be represented in the next G Gundam tournament, and our Gundam will be the Kitty Gundam, definitely. So it's like I said, we're just going to end up talking about all the different characters that Kitty's going to be. We're not even going to do like the regular segments tonight. So was that a dude? The French one, the French one was, yeah, he was a little zesty, but yeah.
All I gotta say is Kitty better not be wearing some tight pants, boy. Thanks, most definitely not. What's up?
Thank you, Cheetos, aka Waste of Space, making the Boglum dance right there. Well, now that you made me think about it, we need Hitchhiker Kitty. Yeah, how about Hitchhiker Kitty? And he'll be doing the pose just for you. Thumbs out. Yeah, looking for a ride. Hitchhiker Kitty. It's gonna happen now. I know a couple of people in the chat are like, what? What is he talking about? So there's a show called The Hitchhiker. It's one of those anthology horror shows like Tales from the Crypt. It's really good. It's actually one of my favorite. It's right up there with Tales from the Crypt. It's so good. But it's hilarious because at the intro, even though the song is awesome.
Inspector Gadget Kitty is on the case, assisted by Best Girl Taro KT.
Wowzers. Yeah, we need Kitty. He gets the pantsu and then he says, wowzers. Let's go. Thank you, Loki Thorsum. Man, every single one of these suggestions is excellent. We're going to make them all happen. But yeah, the start of the Hitchhiker, the titular Hitchhiker, he's walking down a dirt road. You know, he's got his thumb out. And because the show started in the 80s, his jeans are rather tight. Okay, that might be an understatement. That might be an understatement. You can ask Waste of Space to describe just exactly how tight his jeans are, because he goes into like an epileptic fit whenever it starts. He just starts shaking. He's like, no, not again. So that's why he said, please don't make Kitty be wearing tight pants. It's a reference to the Hitchhiker, but now I'm thinking about it. I'm like, well, maybe we need Hitchhiker Kitty. You know, the leather jacket, the jeans, carrying the duffel bag. Yeah, well, maybe we need Hitchhiker Kitty now. So now that you I wouldn't have thought about that, but thank you for the super chat. You gave me a good idea there. All right. So getting back into the Saturday morning preview. It's going to be chaotic. Okay. We've got waifus running wild in this lineup. It's not only Shira. She's the first to wake up and choose violence in the lineup, but we're going to see that she kind of starts a trend, and quite a few of the waifus in the lineup will have chosen violence tomorrow morning. We've seen a few anti-wrangle devices. We've got a new one as well. We might have a new wrangle technique to go with it, though. So just every time a waifu comes up with a new anti-wrangle device, we need at least one. It's better to outpace them. It would be better if it was like 2 new wrangle techniques to every anti-wrangle device, at least. So maybe we'll get more than one, but I know we've got at least one new wrangle technique tomorrow to combat this anti-wrangle device. We've got, let's see, I know we've got Zook. I know there's plenty of Zook. It's going to be chaos. What else do we have coming up? I don't know. It's going to be crazy, but it's going to be a good time. So hopefully you guys are ready for that. Let's check out a few of the shows that we've got coming up tomorrow morning. You see Shira right here in the Saturday morning preview thumbnail, ready with a bowl of cereal, probably a big bowl of Frosted Flakes, but she's also starting out our lineup. So it's kicking off. We're doing another half and half like we normally do. We've got some shows from the 80s at first, and then some shows from the 90s to finish off the morning. So kicking it off with Ik bin Shira, dummy thick. She's never going to pass a stealth check, but that's what we want. That's how we like it. Yeah, exactly. Ik bin failing a stealth check.
Booga booga booga!
If we have a Rule 63 kitty, I am out of here.
All right, that's one I won't do. Okay, don't worry about that, Bubsy Bobcat. That one you're safe. In fact, everyone is safe. Okay, because yeah, I don't think anybody would really be up for that. So yeah, that you don't have to worry about that. That's something we will not do. We will keep Kitty just dressed as these classic action heroes and possibly the hitchhiker from the horror anthology show. But thank you for the dono, man. Appreciate you. Having a bit of a battle here back and forth with Whis. I noticed that Whis had taken over Stream Boss, and I was waiting. I was going to give him a proper shout out, but it looks like Bubsy Bobcat has already reclaimed it. He's already reclaimed it. So let's do another proper hail. We've got a battle. So we're hailing Whis, but now we're hailing Bubsy Bobcat, taking it back. So we need some more pizza rolls raining and the waifu swinging once again. Thank you guys so much for the big support tonight. We're going to have some waifus to wrangle in the roundup. It looks like we're going to have quite a few, and it's really good stuff. Really good. I mean, every week, it's like the artists just keep getting better and better each and every week. I don't even know how they do it. It's impressive.
Mumra the kitty living.
Oh, the Mumra the kitty living. I like that. So maybe some villains, some Kitty, Kitty as the Shredder from Ninja Turtles, and he just shreds Pantsu. That would work. Yeah, Mumra, the kitty living, the eternal kitty, the ever kitty. Yeah, that I like that. Mumra the ever kitty. Let's see who are some other Cobra Commander. Yeah, we might Hordak. I think I saw that in the chat earlier. Hordak, Kitty Skeletor. Oh man. All right. So we're starting with Shira. This is how we're kicking off the morning. It feels like way too long since the last time we saw an episode of Shira, which is kind of funny because it's like every week or every 2 weeks I seem to put another episode, and I think it's been like 4 weeks or something. I don't know exactly, but it just feels too long. I'm like, man, I miss Shira. We got to get more. We haven't seen it in a while. 4 weeks, like a month. That's too long to go without Shira. So we're getting some more Shira here, and it's gonna be a little chaotic, like I said, a little wild right out of the gate. Because not only do we have Ik bin Shira, we've got a new villain, a new evil waifu on the scene. So, Shira is already known for being a show that's stacked and packed with waifus, but most of them are allies, like Frosta and Castaspella and Glimmer and all them. They're all like superhero waifus, right? we don't often get too many villainous waifus with the exception of Catra and Shadow Weaver. But this episode features a brand new one, and I think this is the only episode she appears in. In fact, I know it is, and you'll see why when we get there. She's not coming back. But we at least get this one episode with Mortella, the Enchantress. So we've got an evil sorceress waifu here, an Enchantress waifu, and another visit from the Gyat Fairy from Robert Benson.
Ash, evil dead kitty? With the chainsaw and boomstick hunting Pontsu?
Only one word I can say in response to that. Groovy. Hell yeah, Robert Benson. I like that. That's a good idea right there. Yeah, I think Kitty would like that. Having the boomstick. Groovy. Let's go. So yeah, we've got Mortella, the Enchantress, a new evil waifu. Unfortunately, this episode is one and done for her. We won't be seeing her again. But she does make quite an impact in this episode. In fact, she starts out by not really making many friends. You know, you'd think the villains would get along. They might team up, but we've already seen that's not always the case. In fact, Skeletor and Hordak don't seem to like each other too much. So I'm not too surprised that Mortella here is making enemies with villains that aren't even in this show. Okay, she's pissing off villains from other shows. All right, that's an evil waifu right there. Okay, let's see what I'm talking about. Okay, I'm gonna let you guys see what I'm talking about here.
Who are you? And why have we been brought here?
Silence!
Silence!
I said silence!
Ho hum. Well, go ahead. Make my day.
Make my day. So she's pissing off Nemesis from Saber Rider. She does the silence, and then when he just wanted to join in, he said, "Oh, I love that meme. That's my meme." Nemesis is like, "Hey, that's my meme. Silence." And then she's like, "No, I said silence." Like, "Oh, okay, fuck you then." Nemesis is like, "Well, fine, you fucking bitch." So yeah, she's making enemies right out of the gate, and some of them aren't even from the same show. So yeah, she's making an impact. And not only that, she's also doing a little bit of wrangling. Okay, so now she's stealing our job. We're supposed to wrangle the waifus, or at the very least, usually it's like, it's a guy that's wrangling the waifus, but no. She not only is she pissing off Nemesis, not saying silence right, but now she's wrangling waifus in the show. I'm telling you, this is getting crazy. It's getting out of hand.
Forces of magic, hear me well. Take these two inside that cell.
A little late, but evil waifu are the only one I will wrangle now. I am going full villain arc, so Kitty, what do you say? Pardon me, Pontsu. Silence. You are boring.
Thank you, Richard Hooper. Just going through all the Nemesis quotes right there. Appreciate you, man. Another failed stealth check from Yuri right there, as we see Mortella using what might be a new wrangle technique. We've seen magical spells that wrangle a waifu, but usually that comes from like a laser beam or something that literally ties them up. But this one is a magical poot gas wrangle. It, in fact, teleports Shira specifically. We don't really care about Bo. Just pretend he's not there. But it teleports Shira into the wife cage. So a new wrangle technique, magical teleportation poot gas wrangle right into the wife cage. And Shira does not look happy about it. Okay. Shira is known around these parts as the master of unwrangling. Sometimes she'll get wrangled, but it doesn't tend to last for very long. And she normally gets herself out of whatever wrangle predicament she finds herself in. But in this case, she's in the waifu cage. Bo is in there too. And she doesn't look too happy. So yeah, Mortella not making any friends. In fact, making several enemies right out of the gate. I don't know, chat. What do you think? Can we fix her? Can we fix her, chat? What are we going to do with Mortella here? She's just going to tell you to be silence. Okay, so, well, no, wait, she said silence. She says, she's like, no, I say it right. She doesn't even like to play along with the meme. So can we fix her, chat? Can we fix her? Retro Ryu says, no chance. No chance. No chance in hell. You got no chance. We can't fix this waifu. There's no chance. Well, yeah, so Shira's kind of pissed off too. She doesn't like getting wrangled. She's put in the wife cage. The ally that would have been the one to save her is in there too. So she's kind of pissed off. Reverb 154 with the base dono. Let's go.
Yes, it is true that villains don't get along. But they are villains, they're supposed to cause trouble for people, and that includes other villains. And would they really be villains if they didn't fight with other villains?
Oh, that sounds like a philosophical question to me. But thank you, Reaver 154, for that base dono. You make a good point. You do make a good point. That is it's kind of like deep thought right there, you know? That's some deep thinking right there. I dig it. So yeah, Mortella's over here pissing everybody off. Shira's in the wife cage. So she decides to take a little nap, doing the rogue pose. Okay, so Shira's like, all right, we'll figure this out.
Silence, Mortella, go make me a sandwich.
Painting and rambling is like, oh, you say, can we fix her? I know how. Painting and rambling is like, stand back. I got this. Thank you, Painting and Rambling. Appreciate you, man. So yeah, so Shira, she decides, I'll sleep on it. You know, I'll take a little nap. I'll figure it out. She is the master of unwrangling after all. And so she does the rogue pose. We get the pose. Seems like everybody's just taking the other characters' memes in this episode. You've got Mortella doing the Soylence. You've got Shira doing the rogue pose. So yeah, everybody's just taking memes from other characters in this episode. But once Shira does wake up from her rogue pose nap, she chooses violence. She's like, okay, all right, you're going to use this magical poot gas wrangle on me. Can't even do like a classic lasso, or if you're going to use a magical spell, could it be something other than poot gas? Do we need the magic poot gas? Really, Mortella. So Shira wakes up and chooses violence, and she starts going around just absolutely murdering people. Okay? Like, I'm not even joking. She goes around murdering people. All right, let's check it out.
Sorry, fellas, but your little performance has just been canceled.
It's Shira! Don't drop us!
I'll try not to. Everybody off!
Now they should already be dead. Somehow they survived that. But Shira, she's thorough. Okay, she's thorough. So she's gonna notice. It wasn't a kill
reverb.
shot.
She is a villain and she should be spanked because she is naughty.
Bubsy Bobcat. Okay, so all right, we got a couple of bacon ears here. Painting and Rambling and Bubsy Bobcat. They may not agree on the tactics, on the method, but it seems like there are some bacon ears that are thinking maybe we can fix Mortella. So yeah, Shira is, and thank you, by the way, appreciate that, Bubsy Bobcat. So Shira is thorough. She notices that this was not a kill shot. She dropped him from a pretty high up altitude there and thought that would do the trick, but they landed on this grassy knoll here on this cliff. And so she's like, okay, well then we got to make sure the job is done. All right. This is when Shira wakes up and chooses violence, everybody run. It's worse than like a J-Law. You know, the J-Law moments when a waifu crashes a car. A lot of times it's just the car that receives any damage. But when Shira chooses violence, everybody run.
We'll show her. As soon as we get back to our tent, we'll show her.
You're really stacked, aren't you?
Who knows what evil lurks in the pontsu of the waifu? The kitty in shadows knows. He ha ha he ha 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 he 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 ha 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 he he ha hu hi he he hu ha 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 he he ha 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 ha.
Thank you, Loki Thorson. Kitty might need to work on his maniacal laugh a little bit. I don't know. Maybe that was perfect. Part of me thinks you should work on that a bit, Kitty. And the other part of me thinks that was perfect. Never change. But yeah, Kitty as the shadow. Kitty as the shadow, knowing what lurks in the pants. Holy shit. Thank you, Loki Thorson. All right, so let's see Shira finish the job here.
I thought you'd be lonesome without your tank. Give my regards to Hordak.
Fatality. Yeah, she just threw a tank at them. Okay. She's like, oh, it's acting all lighthearted. We're just flying off with you. They're like, don't drop us. She's like, oh, I won't. And then proceeds to drop him. She's being kind of playful. And then is like, no, okay, now it's time. Yeah, they're dead. They're fucking dead. She threw a tank at them. Yeah, it's overkill. I told you, man. Like, she doesn't like being wrangled when she can't unwrangle. She's the master of unwrangling. So when she gets locked in the wife cage and doesn't get unwrangled for a while, she's pissed off. Shira's choosing violence. Look at I love the look on her face, too. She knows. She's like, yeah, here's your fucking tank. You forgot this. You left this behind. But she doesn't stop there. Her reign of terror, okay? She goes all throughout the land, the kingdom, just raining terror on whatever henchman gets in her way. Here's another one. The look on her face. Holy shit. Okay, like if you thought I was joking, if you thought, maybe, no, she knows. She's like, I'm going to fucking kill this guy. She in her head right here, when she makes this face, she hears, finish him. He's trapped in this corridor. She's got super strength. She's like, oh, I've actually been trapped in similar situations where the walls are slowly closing in. But that's the problem. This is why villains never get it right. They always have the walls slowly moving in, even if there's like spikes on the walls or whatever. They're always moving real slow. Gives them time to figure out a way out, or maybe to be rescued by another hero. But Shira's like, I learned from that. I'm not as dumb as a lot of these villains out here. If you want to squish someone between the walls, I'll show you how to do it. So yeah, this look on her face, you just know in her head, she's hearing, finish him. And another one, dead. Another one down, and another one down. Another one bites the dust. So she just squashed that guy. So she threw a tank at a couple of henchmen, squashed them on the cliff, squished another guy in between the wall, just smashed him. She's just going, she's a menace. She's a menace.
Fatality.
That's right, Bubsy Bobcat. She's a menace, man. She's out of control. And then last but certainly not least, she then turns her murderous rage to Mortella, the one that put her in the wife cage in the first place, who used the magical poot gas wrangle spell. This was her fatal mistake, because Shira's not playing around. Not in this episode.
That takes care of you. Now I'll deal with your friends.
We all know that a witch's fatal weakness is water. Okay, I think we've all learned that from the Wizard of Oz.
Shira was a villain in her past life.
she's on her villain arc right now. Shira's on her villain arc right now, Soul Edge. Maybe, well, actually she was. If that's like canon. I don't know if you knew that or if you were making a reference, but that's actually canon. She used to work for Hordak. She was in the army. Adora, before she became Shira, was in the Hordak army.
Waifuality.
That's right, waifuality. That's right, Bubsy Bobcat. So yeah, she really was a villain in her past. Well, it wasn't even a past life. It was just early life. Okay, if you go to her Wikipedia and check the early life section, Shira was a villain. She was working for Hordak in his army. And yeah, I think she's starting to have some callbacks here. You know, she's on her villain arc right now. And as we know, anybody that's seen Wizard of Oz knows that a witch's fatal weakness is water. So, of course, Shira, with a massive sploosh, starts flooding the Enchantress's throne room. And let's see what ends up happening to her.
My pa! My wonderful pa! It's gone. Gone.
You went back to the vapor zone.
She went back to the vapor zone. Whoa, buddy. Whoa, buddy. So you see what I mean when I say that Mortella is a one and done villain? Like, we get to see a new villain, but we'll never see her again because she's dead. She went back to the vapor zone. She went back to the vapor zone. So yeah, we'll never see her again. This is the only episode she's in because Shira killed her and a bunch of her henchmen as well. So it's over. It's over. It's over for Mortella. So hopefully you enjoy that brief appearance that she has in tomorrow morning's episode. Is that a vapor wrangle? She's not wrangled though. That's the thing, Hoot Owl. Like, it would be a vapor wrangle if that just teleported her somewhere, or maybe restrained her in some way. But no, like, she's literally dead. We never see her again. She went back to the vapor zone. So just like Bo said, Bo walks in. He's like, whoa, she went back to the vapor zone. And that's just what happens, man. But Shira's not the only one. In fact, she's just starting a trend. Okay, this is the first episode of the lineup, and it kind of sets the tone for the rest. Because next up, we get an episode of G.I. Joe, this time focusing on Scarlet. We've had plenty of episodes focusing on the Baroness, and I'm sure there will be more to come, even if they're reruns, because Baroness is the top waifu of G.I. Joe. And we've had several episodes focus on Lady J as well.
Wait, that's not the way the 5G gum commercial goes.
That's a new one. That's a new one, right? Painting and Rambling? Hell yeah, man. Thank you. Thank you for the dono. So yeah, we've had several episodes focus on Lady J, our current Wrangle Queen. She holds the record with about 5 wrangles in one episode. But we don't get too much focus on Scarlet. You know, we've had like 1 or 2 episodes that focus on Scarlet. So I thought it was about time that we bring back our favorite redheaded waifu from G.I. Joe. I don't really count CoverGirl because I prefer blonde CoverGirl. So Scarlet really is where it's at when it comes to redheaded waifus in G.I. Joe. And she also has woken up and chosen violence. I don't know. Maybe she just watched the episode of Shira before this one. You know, she, hey, you know, that looks like fun. I think I'll start kicking some ass. I don't know what it was. I don't know. She seems to be in a pretty good mood. You know, she was just chilling, watching some Saturday morning cartoons. You know, I thought maybe she'd be in a pretty good mood, but I guess she just stopped after the Shira. She didn't finish it. She stopped after the Shira episode. She didn't finish the full volume. She just saw Shira going around killing people, like fucking murdering people. And she was like, all right, I think I'll choose violence as well. So we have an episode of G.I. Joe featuring Scarlet. She's practically the star of this episode. And yeah, she's going to be kicking some ass after she's done watching Saturday morning cartoons, of course. You know, priorities, first things first. But maybe that's what set this whole thing off. I don't know. Maybe she should have just hung around and watched the rest of it. You know, calm down, have a bowl of Frosty-Flakes, whatever. But let's see her go on a rampage. Okay, we're making all sorts of Archer references tonight in the super chat. So why not one more with Scarlet on a rampage? Let's go.
Happy landing, sport!
Oh, not the backgammon table. What did that do to you? Holy shit, no one is safe. Nothing is safe. I thought it would just be the henchmen, but even the backgammon table, nothing is safe from these waifus. I'm telling you, they're out of control, okay? They're out of, it's just pure chaos tomorrow morning. Even the backgammon table isn't safe. Those guys are dead.
Don't tell me you're actually going to be sensible and surrender.
No, not quite.
Oh shit, do we have a new wrangle technique? The trap door. Have we seen that? I feel like by now, surely that has been used before. The trap door is such a classic villain tactic. Surely we've seen it used as a wrangle technique. But notice the question mark. Did she get wrangled? Is it truly a wrangle? Or are we about to witness a brand new anti-wrangle device? All right, Scarlet came prepared. Like I said, not only did she watch that episode of Shira before to get inspired to do a little rampage, but she also said, she's the master of unwrangling. I need to take a few notes.
Anyone awake down there?
Dangled. So she didn't get wrangled. She instantly unwrangled herself. The crossbow. The crossbow, who'd have thought? I figured, okay, that's just her signature weapon. I don't need to worry about any sort of interference with the wrangling. But oh no, she came prepared and did a anti-wrangle device right there with the crossbow, as well as a waifu kick, leaving herself dangled and not wrangled. Let's go. So yeah, Scarlet's going on a rampage. She's taking out henchmen left and right, even the backgammon table.
Scarlet got herself some new crossbow bolts, and she wants to try them out. Pray, you cobra grunts, pray, it may be the last thing you do while you're alive.
Exactly. Be afraid. Be very afraid. Yeah, Scarlet's not playing around. So yeah, she got wrangled, or not wrangled, she got dangled.
Booga, booga, booga!
Bacon, I love blonde cover girl. But what of Zarana? Can we fix her?
Oh, that's a good point. That's a good point, Bubsy Bobcat. Yeah, see, I'm glad you agree. Blonde cover girl is the superior cover girl. But yeah, Zarana, she's kind of a redhead. I wonder, is it natural red, though? Like, Scarlet is definitely a natural redhead. But Zarana, because she's got that stripe, you know, and she's got kind of the punk rock chick look going on. So I wonder if it's even her real hair color. I guess there's only one way to find out. There's only one way to find out. We've got to do some research for science. Kitty, we need your services. We're going to need you to steal some pantsu, okay? We've got to do research for science. All right, we got to find out. But until then, that question is going to remain unanswered. We'll just have to revisit that in the future, Bubsy Bobcat. Thank you for the dono. So yeah, so we've got Scarlet dangled here, preventing a wrangle. But you know, she's not like super pissed off. It's kind of like how Shira seemed to be having a good time as she was going around on her murder spree. So Scarlet's also in a pretty good mood. In fact, you know, it's almost like she just needed to get it out of her system. Like, oh, now that I've kicked a bunch of guys' asses, I even destroyed a backgammon table. Now she's ready to just go out for a night on the town.
Don't feel bad, Duke. We got the job done, even if those creeps did get away.
Yeah, right. Well, may as well get back to base, huh?
May as well. Or you could take me to dinner and a movie, now that everything's working again.
Now you're cooking with gas.
It should have been me, not him! It's not fair!
It's not fair! Well, Duke, at least Duke didn't turn her down. He's like, hey, now you're cooking with gas. Let's go. But it's not fair. It should have been me. Oh, man. She's just taking the lead right there. Not even waiting for Duke to ask her out. She's just like, hey, why don't you take me to dinner and a movie? The night's still young. She's all fired up from kicking ass. Okay? So, you know they're going to be cooking with gas. Let her cook.
Magnificent. Look at the size of that thing.
Pork chop sandwiches.
Pork chop sandwiches, get the fuck out of here. Thank you, Whis. Look at the size of that thing. Look at the size of that dono right there. Thank you, Whis, for another big dono, as well as taking over Stream Boss. I told you we had a battle going on here. So Whis has taken back over Stream Boss. He now has 66 hit points on the health bar. All hail our new Stream Boss right now. Get some pizza rolls raining. Let's get the waifu swinging 2 times. 2 times. If the battle keeps going like this, then Scarlet's not going to be the only one that ends up dangled. Because you guys know that third waifu swinging animation is more of a dangling. All right? Dangling animation. So let's go. Thank you guys so much for the big support tonight. Yeah, the battle is on. The battle is on. Hi fucking yeah. Let's go. So Scarlet gets a little fired up. She's a little pep in her step from doing all that ass kicking. You know, maybe I think it was the backgammon table. You know, that was the thing that did it. She's got something. She's got something for that. You know, just destroying board games or tabletop games. Just gets her in the mood. So she's not even going to wait for Duke to ask her. She's going to ask him like, hey, let's go out. Come on. Cooking with gas. Let's go. Even if it should have been me. All right. Bubsy Bobcat back with another visit from the Gyat Fairy.
Waifus. Knowing is half the battle.
But what's the other half? What's the other half, though? That's the part I've never been able to figure out. Thank you, Bubsy Bobcat. Appreciate you. All right, so as we go from the 80s, we got a couple more 80s shows in the lineup, but we'll leave those as a surprise. So let's go into the 90s and check out a couple of shows that we got from the 90s in tomorrow morning's lineup. And another one that I feel like we watched somewhat recently, but maybe it was kind of like Shira, where it was like 4 weeks, maybe more, month or so ago. And when we did that one, it had been a very, very long time since the last time we watched it. So I feel like it is time for another visit from the Darkstalkers, the Trouble Man. Let's go. So we've got Felicia here, cat girl. It looks like she's already wrangled. There's some sort of giant creature is just holding her in his paw. So it looks like she's already been wrangled. But we got Felicia here in Darkstalkers. And oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I just now noticed Bubsy Bobcat has taken back Stream Boss. This is a true battle. This is a true battle, okay? All hail Bubsy Bobcat, taking back Stream Boss with 70.5 hit points on the health bar.
The brilliant star that shines through the night. The funky moves that make the waifus groove. Riseman stands before you.
Thank you, Neo Star Productions, announcing the arrival of Riseman. Thank you so much for the stealth check there. And hail Bubsy Bobcat. Get those pizza rolls raining and the waifu dangling. Let's go. Looks like Kitty has completed his task, and now the waifu's not only wrangled, but dangled as well. So that fits perfectly in with what we have going on with Scarlet here in G.I. Joe. So let's check out Darkstalkers. And you would think that it would be an episode focused on Felicia. She's practically the star of the show, the character that ends up befriending the human boy that is meant to be like the avatar for the audience. You know, it's like, well, I guess, this is what the producers think, that, I guess the kids, they can't relate to any of these crazy monster characters. So let's put this random guy in there, this boy, just put him in there. And that can be who they relate to. No, man, we have no problem relating to the likes of Dimitri or maybe Frankenstein or Anacharus, the mummy who's kind of regarded. I can relate to him. So let's go. Brazzle with a visit from the Gyat Fairy. Let's go.
Almost missed it, so tired from work, but I made it. And hail the Stream Boss.
Thank you, Brazzle. Hey, better late than never. Hey, at least now you get to unwind and relax, That's just how it goes during the week. Tired from work. I think a lot of us are, but that's why we do this. That's why we do Sterner stuff, because it's a great way to unwind and kick off the weekend. We're just having some laughs, checking out these shows that we're going to see. So we're talking about Darkstalkers, but I do have to make a correction because it's not really going to be about Felicia. In fact, get her out of here. Hold on a second.
You're being had. Bad.
Now, honestly, Changeling, can you help me secure the Grail?
Grail? Well, no, but if you'll just...
I see. Then you aren't a servant of good. Temptress?
I don't believe this.
Just yeets the waifu. Just tosses the waifu right out of there. Like, hold on. You're the star of practically every episode. Let some other characters have the spotlight. Be gone, thought.
Temptress?
I love that. Just that little 1 second clip.
Temptress?
Be gone, thought. Just yeets the waifu because it's not a Felicia episode, okay? It's actually a Lord Raptor episode. That's right. We're gonna rock and roll. Get ready. Get ready to rock out. Get this temptress out of here because it's a Lord Raptor episode. And in this episode, he shows that he is a true blue baconeer, and not just because his skin is blue, but because he's got all the waifus on the beach ready to rock and roll. They're gonna shake it for Ozzy, man. Let's go.
Swing, swing.
Booty!
This is one of those moments where I'm like,
Booga, booga, booga!
are these the same animators?
As part of my villain arc, I now endorse the Cobra La law firm. Also waifus, wrangling is half the battle. EEEEEEEEEEE.
Thank you, Richard Hooper, ticket to ride on the Booga train and endorsing the Cobra law firm. Uh-oh. Skeletor might not be too happy to hear that. But thank you for the dono, man, and the E, elongated E right there. So yeah, we've got a true blue baconeer wrangling all the waifus on the beach.
Swing,
Booga, booga, booga!
E.
Damn, that was a very powerful, just the single E. But Kitty said it with some gusto right there, just E. Like, damn, that's going to be his battle cry. You know, we might need Kitty dressed as the Tick. So instead of swinging into battle going spoon, he's going to swing in going E, or just E. That's when he's pissed off. That's when you know you're in trouble. If it's an E, elongated E, it's like, all right, he's in a good mood. You know, maybe won't get your ass kicked too bad. But if you just hear that one solemn E, it's over. It's over for you. You're about to get the Shira treatment. Kitty's going to throw a tank on your head. You're going to get the Shira treatment right there. Thank you for that one, man. So yeah, this particular moment is kind of baffling, because something is up with the animators. You know, Darkstalkers is kind of infamous for how ugly some of the characters are, because it's the game itself, the source material that the show is based on, is stacked and packed with waifus. Felicia, one of the most well-known cat girls of all time, not just from video games. You got Morrigan, the succubus, even though she has little bat wings on her head, and some people might think she's a vampire. She is a succubus. And also one of the hottest waifus from video games, also possibly of all time. But then you get the cartoon. You get the Saturday morning animated series here. And Felicia looks okay. You know, she doesn't look horrible. Let's go back to Felicia. Yeah, she doesn't look horrible, but she could also look better. But Morgan, I don't know what, her face looks like she got hit with a frying pan. I don't know what was going on with Morgan. But then you get to this moment, and you're like, okay, so it's not the animators. They clearly know how to draw attractive women, because we've got a whole beach full of them right here, and Lord Raptor's wrangling them all. So I don't know why. They must have had something against Morgan, you know? Maybe Felicia was just sort of neutral, and they were like, well, we won't draw her ugly, but we're not going to make her as hot as she should be. But one of the animators in there, whoever was working on Morgan, did not like her. So, because they know. But yeah, Lord Raptor, he's actually on a wrangle mission, all right? It's not just this one freeze frame here. Like I said, he's going to be the star of this episode, because he's just going around. He didn't wake up and choose violence. No, he woke up and chose wrangling. And he's just going to do whatever he needs to do to get all the waifus. He makes it look easy. In fact, okay, he makes it look easy. Let's check it out.
attraction.
Never fear, Raptor is here.
Do something!
Hey, I'll do anything for love. And I love rock and roll!
Holy shit! Okay, maybe he did wake up and choose violence. Now, you know what? Maybe I think everybody woke up and chose violence for tomorrow morning. Holy shit. He just blew up a T-Rex. He just blew up a T-Rex. That's how you wrangle a waifu right there, like hands free. Hands free. He didn't even need a wrangle device. He didn't have to. He just said, "Oh, here, you're trapped. Let me help you, and then I'm gonna blow up a T-Rex just with my guitar riffs." Okay, I'm pretty sure that resulted in a sploosh and a wrangle. Hands free. Didn't even have to. Like I said, he makes it look easy. He makes it look easy. I see chat saying put F's up for the T-Rex. F's in the chat to pay your respects for the T-Rex. All right, gone too soon. Look at his face. Look at his Jankosaurus, the Jankosaurus Rex over here. Wait, can you see him? Oh, hold on, it might have been cropped a little bit. There we go. You should be able to see him there. Jankosaurus Rex. F's in the chat for the Jankosaurus Rex. Oh man, he's just a casualty. He's just a casualty in the battlefield of love.
Do something!
Hey, I'll do anything for love. And I love rock and roll!
Fuck. Oh man. Raptor knows how to have a good time. He knows how to have a good time. Here's another example, in fact.
Never fear, I'm a pro. I know my job.
A slurp. There you go. Waste of space. That was a slurp for you.
It's to party hardy, dudes.
Those are dudettes. Raptor, make sure you get your terminology right. Those are dudettes. Total babes. What the fuck? This might be my favorite part of the entire Saturday morning lineup. Like, my favorite moment of all the shows tomorrow morning is not only is Raptor partying down, okay, he knows his job, it's to party hardy, but he's partying so hard that a random shark just comes up out of nowhere wearing a disco necklace and sunglasses and just starts boogieing on down. You know, the shark is smart, though, if you think about it. We saw the T-Rex, the Jankosaurus. We saw the Jankosaurus was not down to party and ended up getting exploded. So this shark actually has the right idea. He's like, oh shit, Lord Raptor's partying? Let's fucking go. His disco jaws. Yeah, even the shark wants to join in. He's having a great time. Yeah, this is my favorite moment of the whole. It's so ridiculous.
Never fear, I'm a pro. I know my job. And it's to party hardy, dudes.
Oh man, I love it. I love it. So yeah, we've got a janktacular episode of Darkstalkers. It's just absolute insanity. You've got Felicia getting yeeted. Be gone, Temptress. Hold on, I gotta see that one more time too.
Temptress?
Temptress? Be gone, Thought. And then Raptor partying on the beach with a bunch of beach babes, and even the shark, the disco shark, pops up out of nowhere to join in. It's just awesome. It's, like I said, pure, uncut Zook. Okay, you are in for total chaos tomorrow morning. Last but certainly not least, one more preview from our 90s portion of the lineup. We have our gasping queen, Voodoo. That's right. It's time for some more Wildcats, 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 Wildcats. We've got our gasping queen, Voodoo. And of course, she is going to do her catchphrase, of course. It wouldn't be an episode of Wildcats if she didn't gasp at least once. Now, I don't think she's going to set any records here. I think it was episode 10 of Wildcats where she set the record with 8 gasps in one episode. But we do get a pretty good one, as well as another meme. So we get to combine the gasp with another meme that we've enjoyed and haven't really seen too much of lately. So it's good to bring it back.
Angel by Sarah McLachlan playing, only your donations can help prevent violence against these majestic creatures. F to Jankosaurus.
In the arms. Hold on, where's the Jankosaurus clip? There. In the arms of an angel. Oh! Oh, holy shit. Oh, poor Jankosaurus, man. In the arms of the Wranglers. Holy shit. He's fucking dead. Oh, man. Poor Jankosaurus. All right, let's check out this clip from Wildcats.
Sell it!
Is she?
She's okay, just stunned.
Just stunned. She blacked out. She can't stand up. She's just stunned. It's okay. So, of course, we get a gasp there from Voodoo, as well as a stunned Zealot who looks totally dead. Look at this screenshot right here. She looks fucking dead. But no, she's just stunned. Okay, she blacked out. She can't stand up. Okay, she's just stunned. But Voodoo is still freaking out. So we get our gasping queen Voodoo, as well as Zealot, obviously, is going to be in the episode at some point, even if she does end up stunned. But yeah, another great episode of Wildcats. Love this show. Very underrated. At the time when it aired, I remember, myself included, I will admit, myself included, regarded it as like a knockoff of X-Men. Like, we have X-Men at home, okay? Why would I watch Wildcats when I can just watch X-Men? But it's actually really, really good. It's unfortunate that most people viewed it as an X-Men knockoff, so it only got one season, 13 episodes, that's all we have, but they're 13 really good episodes, and I will play them all forevermore, Sancionados. So yeah, we've got an episode of Wildcats, and I don't think I've used this one in a Saturday morning lineup. Normally I try to pick ones that focus on Voodoo, and because there's only 13 episodes, and they try to give each character a spotlight episode or two, there's only like 2 that really heavily focus on Voodoo, one of them being where she sets the gasping record.
Magnificent! Look at the size of that thing!
Voodoo is the angel, and when I die I shall board the Gyat yacht with her to Valhalla, sploosh.
Booga, booga, booga!
You're gonna sail into Valhalla.
I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't till a couple of years ago I found out that Wild is now associated with DC Comics, since a couple of them showed up in the JL Flashpoint animated movie.
Yes, Soul Edge, but they weren't always a part of DC. They acquired the rights to them. So if you feel bad, like, oh, I only found out a couple years ago, I think it was maybe 10 years at the most, maybe less, when DC actually acquired the rights. So you're not that late. You're not that late to the party. Yeah, it was Image Comics originally. But yeah, it's a great show, very underrated. And like I said, I've played a couple of the episodes multiple times already because I love the ones that focus on Voodoo. But this one I don't recall ever putting in a Saturday morning lineup.
Oh, the boss battle is real tonight.
The boss battle is real tonight. Wait a minute, did Bubsy Bobcat take it back? So Whis had taken Stream Boss, but now Bubsy Bobcat has already reclaimed it. This is a serious battle, gladiatorial levels of combat right here, with 92 hit points on the health bar. All hail Bubsy Bobcat once again. More pizza rolls wrangling and get that waifu dangling. Wait a minute, did I say pizza rolls wrangling? I meant raining. My bad. I mean, I guess you could wrangle some pizza rolls into your belly, but let's get those pizza rolls wrangled and the waifu dangled there for you. Thank you so much, Bubsy Bobcat and Whis, both of you guys. Massive support tonight. Thank you so much. I'm really curious who's going to actually walk away with the Stream Boss title tonight, man. This is a good battle that we've got going on. So that'll be an episode of Wildcats that we haven't seen. Probably since I played like the whole series, which was years ago. It was like 2 years ago, where I just uploaded a couple of videos that contained the full series, like 7 episodes in one, 6 in the other. That's probably the last time that we saw this particular episode. So it'll be a good one. More chaos, of course. Zook, as always. Some cheese, as always. And, of course, our gasping queen, Voodoo. Can't go wrong with that. And there'll be some more surprises in there. I left a couple of the 80s shows and one of the 90s shows left to be a surprise for you guys. So you'll just have to tune in to see the rest of the lineup tomorrow morning. Unless, of course, you're a channel member. Those of you that are channel members over on Coffee, those are the people that have the blue shields in chat, helping keeping the station in orbit with their monthly subscriptions. They get an extra early preview to the Saturday morning lineup, in addition to a whole bunch of other nice perks. Hopefully you guys are enjoying those perks. We've got updates constantly in the video archive, things that you guys can download that were on the channel, even stuff that got taken off because I back it up immediately. So even some of those Saturday morning lineups or some of the shows like Ultra Force and Sky Surfers are uploaded in their entirety in the video archive, as well as the vault. You get exclusive artwork in the vault. And I added a few new things a week or so ago, and we've got some more on the way for you. So thank you to the channel members. But everybody else, to find out the rest of the lineup, you'll have to tune in tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, volume 146. It's going to be awesome. We got waifus running wild, getting kind of violent, and even some of the other characters, you know, one of them, the giant dragon, I don't even know what his name is, but he just yeeted Felicia, and then Lord Raptor is blowing up Jankosaurus Rexes, wrangling waifus, and partying with sharks. How can you go wrong with that? I mean, seriously, if somebody asks, like, what did you watch today? Well, there was this zombie who played the guitar and used it to blow up a T-Rex. Then he went to the beach and partied with babes in bikinis and a shark that was wearing disco glasses. That's a good way to get locked in a padded cell. So it's going to be a good lineup. I'm looking forward to watching it with all you guys, riffing in the chat like we always do. I think it's going to be a great time. All right, let's talk about the anime grindhouse tomorrow night, midnight Eastern Standard Time, and this will be over on Bacon Bits, the second channel, and it has been the home of the anime grindhouse for quite a while now, so hopefully you guys already know the drill when it's time to tune in. But if you're new, make sure that you subscribe to Orbital Bacon Bits. It's where a lot of the live action stuff, so we've got movies on there, a couple of them, not a lot, like about a dozen movies. We've got some live action shows like Black Scorpion and Forever Night, Lex, Adventures of Sinbad, a bunch of fun stuff over there. And then every Saturday we do the anime grindhouse over there. Now last week we watched, it was a twofer. It was half and half. So we got to see Download Devil's Circuit, and then Giant Robo Gaiden Ginrei, which was a side story. It was a 3-episode OVA side story focusing on the waifu that everybody knows, even if you don't know. This is what I said last week. I was like, even if you've never seen this, never heard of it, trust me, you've actually seen it, or at least that part where she pulls the giant cannon out from the yams of holding, as the chat had dubbed it, the yams of holding. And it's like, been memed to death. It's just been memed to death. Everybody, you know, referring it to as anime logic or that one scene in anime. But everybody knew it, and it was a lot of fun watching that. But I noticed there were actually quite a few people in the chat.
Wrangling waifus, partying with sharks. at WCW and its sound link a Spring Break 98.
It is. Bubsy Bobcat, that is a perfect summarization of tomorrow morning's lineup. So it's a Saturday morning cartoon lineup, but what if it was booked by Vince Russo? You know? So Saturday morning cartoons, but booked by Vince Russo. Yes, that is a perfect description. Perfect description right there. It's WCW Spring Break 98, Vince Russo booking. You've got exploding T-Rexes, partying sharks, waifus getting wrangled and then going on murder sprees. It's fucking awesome. It's fucking awesome. Oh, man. So thank you, Bubsy Bobcat, making his health bar now a mighty 100 hit points. Let's go. Thank you, Bubsy, man. Very generous. Thank you guys so much. So I saw some people in the chat when we were watching last week's Anime Grindhouse during the Giant Robo segment. And like I said, it was a 3-episode OVA series that served as kind of like a side story to focus more on the waifu and not so much on the Giant Robo itself. And so people in the chat were saying like, hey, where's the Giant Robo? Because some people were actually familiar with the series, even though I was making the joke that like, hey, if you've never heard of it, you've heard of it. But there were quite a few that had actually seen it before, or at least some of it. And we're asking like, where's Giant Robo? He's not really in this that much, you know? And so I thought, well, if people are interested and are familiar with the series and would like to see it, there is a couple of anime series for this franchise. And the one that I like, you know, obviously the 3-episode OVA focusing on the waifu with the yams of holding is definitely peak, but there's a 7-episode OVA series that is more of just a main storyline. In fact, we'll probably get some of the references that were in this past week's Anime Grindhouse while watching this, because what we're doing tomorrow night at midnight is Giant Robo, the day the earth stood still. So this is a 7-episode OVA series, and we're just going to go ahead and do all 7 episodes tomorrow night because we don't have any more Tojima Wants to Be a Kamen Rider, which is what we've been watching after the Anime Grindhouse is done for the past several weeks. But the season finale was last week, so we're not going to have a new episode this week. So I thought, well, we'll just let it run a little late. Not even that much later than normal. I think 6 episodes would be right around the 2-hour mark. So it'll be about 2.5 hours. It's not going to keep you up too much later than an average Grindhouse would anyway. But we're going to go ahead and do the entire OVA series of the day the earth stood still. This is more of a main storyline featuring all the characters and not just the waifu with the yams of holding, although she is going to be in there, as you can see right there in this image. She is still one of the main cast members, but we'll actually see Giant Robo in this one, because I know people are like, where is he? Why isn't Giant Robo showing up like at all in this series called Giant Robo? So we'll actually get to see him a good bit. It's going to be a good time. This one will also be in a gloriously cheesy English dub. I see Gojira asking, is it going to be sub or dub? We watched the OVA last week in English, and it was very, very wonderfully cheesy. This comes from that golden age, you know, the late 80s, early 90s, the golden age of English dubs, where maybe at the time we didn't appreciate it because they were just pretty obscure actors, voice actors and actresses that they would get to do these parts. And so it's like, oh, it doesn't sound as good as the Japanese. I myself was a purist at one point when it comes to that, but I have learned to appreciate the cheese, okay? I have learned to appreciate the cheese of those late 80s, early 90s English dubs, and this one has a gloriously cheesy English dub. So since we watched the Gaiden Genrei series last week in English, we're going to watch Day the Earth Stood Still in English as well. So this will be our full Anime Grindhouse. Like I said, we're just going to go through all 7 episodes tomorrow night and get it out of the way. You guys ready? Yeah, Gojira says, I'm so ready. I'm so ready. It is. It's good, man. It's good cheese. It's zooked out. It's crazy. I'm looking forward to it. It'll actually be a little bit more coherent than last week because it was a side story and each episode seemed to like do its own thing. You know, the first two were a little connected, like loosely, but the third episode, they just decided, let's do a Western. You know what? Why not? Let's do a fucking Western out of nowhere. So it was a little disjointed with that 3-episode series that we watched last week. This one is more coherent, more cohesive, you know, one plot line. It'll stick to it. It'll resolve it. And I think you guys will enjoy it. I think you guys will enjoy it. Yes, have your popcorn ready. That's right, Retro Ryu. Have your popcorn ready. So that'll be tomorrow night, midnight Eastern Standard Time over on Bacon Bits. Now, let's talk about channel surfing. So coming up this Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern, we've got another edition of channel surfing like we do each and every week, and we focus on a different theme each and every week. Now, I've been talking about sequel season, and I've been revisiting some of the themes from past channel surfing, especially really old ones from like a year or so ago that we haven't done in a long time, because we got a lot of new bacon ears, and a lot of those early themes, I was very specific because I was just starting out. You know, I was still kind of getting the, what do they call that? Shaking off the rust, whatever it is, where I was, you know, kind of getting the hang of it. Getting into the swing of things with channel surfing. And those first few themes were like super specific. Like we're just going to look at commercials from whatever it might have been. And lately we've been having a lot more fun because I've kind of broadened the themes, where here's like the genre or whatever it might be that we're focusing on, but it can be anything. It can be commercials, trailers, clips from a show or a movie, a music video, video games, whatever. Okay. So we're going to do that again, although this time it's going to be a new theme that we haven't actually done this genre before. And this was one that I was kind of holding off on because I wasn't sure if we would have a lot of fans of this particular genre, because I myself was not too big a fan growing up. Like as a young bacon bit, this particular genre that I'm about to name was kind of like my least favorite. You know, I was like, I'm not. But just like talking about the appreciation that we have for cheese as we get older, certain things that you may not have enjoyed as a bacon bit, as you get older, you go, you know what? It's actually not so bad. There's some good movies, some good shows, you know, a lot of good stuff. In fact, there's even video games at this point. And that what genre? That genre would be Westerns. Okay, so we're going cowboy style, all right, cowboy mode. So yes, we're doing Westerns, something that we've had like Western things pop up here and there if they fit a past theme, but we've never done a full theme dedicated to Westerns. And I know that Tony Nuggets, for instance, he's been streaming a Western show starring Bruce Campbell in OBTV lately. We've watched movies like Tombstone with Val Kilmer. And, you know, I mean, hell, I was just talking about Giant Robo, where the 3rd episode last week was suddenly a Western, and we were enjoying it. Everybody was enjoying it. So yeah, it's Cowboys. Okay. It's Cowboy Week. We're going to finally do Westerns. And this was actually suggested by Richard Hooper, which is kind of like that was like the last straw. You know what I mean? You know, like it was piling up, you know, we were watching stuff, you know, movies, TV shows. People sent in clips like from Red Dead Redemption and things like that. So I'm going, okay, seems like there might actually be some interest in Westerns. And then Richard Hooper was like, hey, how about we do Westerns? And I'm like, all right, that's it. You know, like that's the last straw. It seems like people are down to do Western stuff. Let's go for it. Let's go for it. And I've got a newfound appreciation. Like I said, I didn't really like Westerns that much as a young bacon bit growing up, but now they're pretty cool. I've been digging them. But that's the thing, because I didn't watch them very much growing up, I'm not familiar with them like at all. You know, there's a few, obviously, I think everybody knows like Tombstone and Unforgiven, you know, the ones that were like big commercial successes. Blazing Saddles, which is more of like a parody. But, you know, I was familiar with a few of them, but not a lot. So I feel like this particular channel surfing, you guys are really going to just blow me out of the water with the stuff that you come up with, because I'm not going to be very familiar with it. And you already blow me away with some of the stuff you find for themes that I am familiar with. You know, there's stuff that I know about and you guys find new stuff. So this will be
Briscoe
crazy.
County was great. The Searchers was the greatest Western ever. Anime like Trigun and Guns would add to the genre.
Exactly. And that's an excellent point, Bubsy Bobcat. Thank you for that visit from the Gyat Fairy, by the way. And that's actually an excellent point, is that you can go with just classical Westerns, but think there's also a little bit of a crossover there. You know, there's like Western sci-fis, anime like Trigun. What would that be considered a Western sci-fi or sci-fi Western, whatever you want to call it? It's kind of like post-apocalyptic. But yeah, think about it. It really goes all over the place. You know, there's the genre itself, but there's some crossover into other genres. Obviously, there's comedies, there's parodies. I already mentioned Blazing Saddles. So there's comedies out there. They've made video games about Westerns like Red Dead Redemption, which I also mentioned. So yeah, there's all sorts of stuff. Movies, shows, video games, whatever you got, even if it's like a music video or something. And like I said, I'm really looking forward to it, because a lot of the times, even when it's a theme that I'm familiar with, you guys end up finding stuff that I'd either completely forgotten about or just never heard of. And I'm always blown away. I'm just like, what? Where did you find this? This is awesome. And we've gotten so many things on the Watch Party playlist from each and every channel surfing. And I'm sure that we will add a whole bunch of stuff from this one. And like I said, I'm excited because it'll be a lot of stuff that I've never seen. Like, yeah, like Briscoe County. Yeah, exactly. The one with Bruce Campbell. Never had seen that one before. And I'm a big Bruce Campbell fan. But it was a Western, so I didn't really pay it any attention back in the day. So, but yeah, Tony Nuggets, he's been streaming it, and it's been very enjoyable. And so I'm looking forward to seeing what you guys come up with that. So that'll be Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern, the usual time. I should be able to start on time. I know I was about 30 minutes late on this week, but we'll start on time next week, 8 p.m. Eastern. Westerns, okay? Cowboy mode. All right. Yeah. Outlaw Star. Yeah. Really. Cowboys in space, you know, Cowboy Bebop is a little bit, at least some episodes, maybe not all of them, but some of the episodes have Western influences.
Already building my list in my head.
Hell yeah, Brazzle. See, I like that. I'm sure Michael Russum's already building his list. I saw Prince of the Abyss say that he was waiting for this theme, so he's looking forward to it. So yeah, you guys are going to find all sorts of stuff. I already know. You guys are going to find all sorts of stuff that I've never even heard of. I'm really looking forward to it. And then we're going to put so many things onto the Watch Party playlist, and I'm excited to check those out with you guys as well. Speaking of watching things with you guys, we have a midnight movie tonight. Now, it will be in OBTV. It will be in the Discord. And in fact, let me go ahead and put a link. I'll put a link in the chat here for you guys in case you're not in the Discord. You definitely want to get in there because we have a really good time. We have a really good time in there, and we're constantly, and when I say constantly streaming, it is no exaggeration, okay? It is no exaggeration. We are constantly streaming in there, nearly 24/7, all sorts of cheesy, janky goodness. And what's cool about it is the stuff that gets blocked on YouTube due to copyright, well, there's no blocks in there. So we can watch, you know, the Marvel animated series, the DC animated series, all sorts of movies and stuff. It's a lot of fun. So we're going to be watching a movie tonight in the OBTV Discord. I just put a link in the chat. If you haven't joined, that's how you can join. Just click that. It's super easy. And this is one I have been planning to show you guys for quite some time. I was just waiting for the right moment. We had a lot of other stuff to get through. Like I said, that Watch Party playlist is constantly growing. In fact, it grows faster than we can watch stuff. So I don't know that it'll ever shrink, really, because as soon as we watch a few things, twice as many have been added to the list. So this one's been on the list for a while, but we finally got around to it. I'm super hyped to show it to you guys. I'm actually curious if anyone has even heard of this movie. It's not as old. A lot of times, you know, we stick to the nostalgia stuff, just like we do here on the channel. We stick to watching stuff from like the 80s and 90s, but sometimes we'll watch things from the 2000s or maybe even something current. I mentioned Tojima Wants to Be a Kamen Rider earlier. That's a very current anime. It just wrapped up its first season last week, but it was so good. It was so good. So even if something's a little newer, a little more modern, as long as it's good, we'll check it out. And even though this one is a little newer, a little more modern, it feels like you're watching something old from the 80s, maybe early 90s. It has a tokusatsu vibe. It has a tokusatsu vibe, actually. So if you guys are fans of like Kamen Rider and Power Rangers, Ultraman, Kikaider, whatever it may be. If you like guys in rubber suits, like giant monster rubber suits doing crazy shit, then you're gonna love this movie. And it is Psycho Goreman. So has anybody heard of Psycho Goreman? I'm curious. Does anybody know what Psycho Goreman is? And if you do, don't say anything. Okay? If just say yes or no. You don't give any details, because I want this to be a complete surprise to those that have no clue. Because if you've never seen it, and especially if you've never heard about it, so you don't know what you're in for, whoa, buddy, it's so fucking insane. In fact, I've got the trailer for it. Let's watch the trailer. I've got the trailer pulled up right here. Let's check out the trailer. If this doesn't get you interested, then maybe it's not the movie for you. But if you like cheesy action, violent action from the 80s and 90s, if you like tokusatsu style action, Power Rangers, shades of Kamen Rider, things like that, you're going to love this movie. And if you're a fan of Red Letter Media, shout out to Red Letter Media. I love their YouTube channel. Rich Evans, you should know that name if you like Red Letter Media. He actually voices one of the monsters. It's a brief role. He's not like a main character. He's only in a little bit of the movie, but you will know his voice. He's got a very distinct voice, and you will know it when you hear it. So yeah, this movie kind of has it all. Yeah, it's a bit of a comedy, a bit of a parody. It's kind of like Guyver, yeah. So I'm going to show you the trailer, and we'll see what you guys think, because I'm hyped to watch this with you. We're going to riff the hell out of it. It's going to be so much fun.
Many moons ago, a nameless evil was imprisoned in a place far beyond reach.
Hurry up!
If he were ever to be released, it would spell certain doom for all existence.
Is that fear I smell? Your planet will be torn to pieces, and I will take your angry screams as I rip.
Is this yours? Speak?
Oh my god.
The gem of Paraxidike. Whoever wields it is able to command me.
Go over there and wait for us to come back in the morning.
You will suffer an eternity for this.
Bye! Mom, Dad, I want you to meet Psycho Goreman, or PG for short.
I will bathe in your blood.
Don't worry.
Be worried.
Be worried. I fucking love it. And he does that like basically through the whole movie. He's always telling people how he wants to just rejoice in their destruction and bathe in their blood and all sorts of stuff. But he can't really do anything because he's being controlled by the little girl. She has his like magic gemstone or whatever. I just love, be worried. I fucking love it. And why is he dressed like Dr. Alan Grant from Jurassic Park? This is not explained, by the way. It just like kind of like how in the trailer right here, it just cuts to this. Just cuts to him suddenly dressed like Alan Grant from Jurassic Park. It does that in the movie too, for no reason. He's just suddenly wearing that. This movie's fucking awesome.
He's gonna kill everybody. Not unless I tell him to.
What did you three maniacs get up to?
This is getting a little weird.
This sick game must come to an end. She will enslave the galaxy into endless servitude. Kill him!
Cool.
She has him by his balls.
pretty much, Brazzle. Pretty much. But I love, like, I told you guys, very much like Tokusatsu, there's very little CGI. The CGI is mostly used for like the powers, you know, like if somebody's shooting lasers or lightning bolts or something, that's really where you're going to get the CGI. Otherwise, it's janky costumes, just like you would get in an episode of Power Rangers. This guy on screen right here is a perfect example. I fucking love it. It's so good. Yeah, she's J-lawing early. She learned how to J-law at an early age.
But evil has awoken.
There's a new And his name? Psycho Gorman.
Psycho Gorman, let's go. Yeah, it is epic retro review. Like this movie is kind of like made for the Baconeers just because of how cheesy it is, and they're doing a lot of references and homages to things that we all love, even if it doesn't necessarily fit the genre. Like Jurassic Park isn't really anything to do with Tokusatsu, but they have him dressed as Alan Grant for some reason. But there's a lot of references to Tokusatsu. You guys are going to love this. It's so ridiculous. And it's not rated PG. That's just his initials, Psycho Gorman PG. It is definitely not rated PG. I mean, this screenshot should tell you that right there. He's got a sword made out of guts and bones and things that we actually see him put together. And that's all I'm going to say about that. But yeah, so this is the movie we'll be watching tonight at midnight. After this stream wraps up, you should have a little bit of time between the end of this stream and midnight, so you can get some snacks, some sparks, some spin, some crystal twist, some foo-pa, whatever your zook of choice, and get ready for this movie because it's going to be a trip. It's going to be a trip. It's going to be awesome. So I think you guys are going to like it. I'm hyped for it, man. I am. So that's what we got coming up. Hopefully I'll see you guys in the Discord for that after tonight's show. Now, get those Wrangle devices tuned up. Hopefully you already kept them tuned up, okay? A good Baconeer keeps the wrangling devices tuned up. You don't need to, like, last minute make sure, oh, shit, I hope they're in tip-top condition. No, you should be keeping them in tip-top condition because it's time for everybody's favorite segment of the week, the Waifu Roundup. Let's go. We're going to head to the front of the boat right now, to the bow, and we're going to see how many waifus we have wrangled tonight. Let's find out. Here we go. To the front of the ship, hit the music. Oh, we got a visit from the Gyat Fairy as the meter is filling. That's 1 meter, by the way.
Will we ever be watching Kekko Carmen?
Yes. Thank you, Bubsy Bobcat. Yes, we will. That's 3 meters, by the way.
Now that the Sat Morning lineup and anime night preview is done, I saw this yesterday on a nostalgia trip, and I had to share this with all you, looking at you as well, Duo Maxwell 6523.
Oh, talking to Duo Maxwell, giving him a call out right there. Thank you, Soul Edge. Appreciate the 10 big Bison Bucks. So we are at Sliver Country for waifu number 4. All right, so I was keeping count in the background there. 3 meters filled and Sliver Country to meter number 4. Can we hit it? Stand up. Be counted. Let's see if we can get waifu number 4. But in the meantime, let's check out the 3 that we did unlock. And you guys better be ready to get them in your stable because we got some good stuff here. We got some waifus, a couple that were featured on this past Saturday's lineup, and a couple that are celebrating an anniversary from their franchise. This first one, in fact, is courtesy of Master Krakken, and they are celebrating 30 years. This is from an anime. I'll give you a hint.
Bring more waifus.
Chester Stevens with 10 big Bison Bucks says, get that sliver out of here. Bring it on. Yes! 10 big Bison Bucks from Bubsy.
We can hit it.
We can. Let's go. In fact, we are now in Sliver Country down at the bottom of the 5th meter. Thank you guys so much. Oh, shit. Yes! Brazzle with 10 big Bison Bucks. Let's go. Hell yeah. We're starting to fill up the next meter now. Thank you guys so much. And Robert Benson with a visit from the Gyat Fairy. He's doing his part.
Here's my part.
You're doing your part, soldier. Thank you so much, Robert Benson. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. So yes, our first waifu is from an anime that is currently celebrating their 30th anniversary. And I know that this is going to probably be a little contentious because like many shows out there, not just anime, a lot of Saturday morning cartoons as well, oftentimes get the chat a little divided when it comes to what team are you on. And this was known for their top 2 waifus being very divisive amongst the fan base. Are you team this waifu or the other? And it looks like most of you already know. I'm seeing a ton of correct guesses. So yes, it is Asuka.
Let's keep climbing.
Let's go. Thank you, Wiz, for the 10 big Bison Bucks. We're about to fill up another meter. Hell yeah. Let's go.
Yes! Yes!
Shut up and take my Bison Bucks.
Thank you, Tavern's Pole, for the 10 big Bison Bucks. Slowly but surely, we're about to fill up a 5th meter. Hell yeah. In fact, hold on. Let me update it again. There we go. We're halfway there, living on a prayer to waifu number 5. Hell yeah. So first up, courtesy of Master Krakken, is Asuka.
Triplets.
Heading home. Listening on the work commute. Wooga wooga bim bams.
Thank you, Alchemy, for the triplets. Fever right there. Fever. Let's go. I'm glad that actually popped up this time, too. Thank you so much. So, yeah, were you Team Asuka? Were you Team Rei? Or what I've seen in the past, a lot of times this question gets brought up, and I see a lot of people say neither. They were Team Masato. So which one were you? Team Asuka, Team Rei, or were you actually Team Masato? Were you neither of the two main girls? Were you Team Masato? I'm Team Asuka, I'll admit it. Team Asuka for life. Redhead supremacy. Or Team both. Yeah, Michael Russum's like, well, what about both? Both is good. What about both? Yeah, see, it's very divided in the chat. I'm seeing Rei, I'm seeing Masato, I'm seeing some Asukas too, but it's not, there's no real like majority. It's very divided. I knew it would be. But you know what? Maybe we'll get Masato, maybe even Rei in the near future. You never know. But we got to start out with Asuka while they're celebrating their 30-year anniversary. We got to start out with Asuka because, in my opinion, she was best girl. So, yeah, Prince of the Abyss. I'm kind of like that too. Team Asuka, but Masato is also awesome. You know, like if I had a runner-up, it would definitely be Masato. I didn't like Rei. I didn't really like her at all.
Hey Orbital, I've got a waifu I guarantee you've never heard of. Look up Margot from The Greatest Adventure, Stories from the Bible, an old Hanna-Barbera cartoon.
Ah, Jegs and Voorhees. I actually do know that cartoon. There was an episode that covered the creation story from Genesis where Tim Curry voiced the snake, the devil. It's the second time. The second time Tim Curry has voiced Satan. There was Legend, the Tom Cruise movie. I'm sure most of you are familiar with that one. But yeah, there was an episode of The Greatest Adventures, Stories from the Bible, where Tim Curry voiced the devil again as he was the snake in the garden. Yeah, big surprise, right? Yeah, good stuff, man. Thank you. Thank you for the recommendation and the super chat. Yeah, Legend is awesome. It's also on the list. We're going to be watching that one soon too. Fret not. So we've got Asuka from Evangelion as waifu number 1, celebrating a 30-year anniversary. So we had to get her in there, courtesy of Master Krakken, doing an excellent job. It is bikini season, technically year-round on the Orbital station, but even out there in the real world, bikini season is starting to be upon us here. It's heating up in most areas of the country. And so we've got bikini season going on. So expect a lot of waifus in bikinis in the coming weeks here. All right. Next up, waifu number 2. This one comes to us from Odacat. And this is a waifu that we saw featured last week in the Tavern's Pull birthday lineup. So think back to last week's lineup. If you see the hair, whoa, Brazzle! Whoa, buddy! Getting us mesmerized.
Great stuff.
Thank you so much, man. I'm glad you're enjoying the stream. Thank you for that massive dono right there. Getting us all mesmerized there. And I think we're either just filled up a meter or we're close. I gotta refresh it here in a second. But let's go ahead and unveil this waifu. It looks like everybody knows. That's right. Hannah Dundee, Cadillacs and Dinosaurs. Yeah, you guys got it. That's right. Hannah Dundee from Cadillacs and Dinosaurs, ready to toast you to the weekend. Cheers, Baconeers. It's Friday. You've earned it. And I see some comments whenever we watch anything that takes place in a post-apocalyptic setting, whether it's, sci-fi, like we were watching Defiance. I saw people in the chat saying, how do they keep all their clothes clean? Like the town looks all run down and shitty, but everybody's got like fresh cut hair and clean clothes. And same thing has been said when we're watching Cadillacs and Dinosaurs. People say she's wearing white pants in a post-apocalyptic world. How do they stay so white? Well, I've got a better question. How do they stay intact? How are they still pants? How have they not been shredded into barely there shorts yet? Okay, I think that's the real question we should be at, because they have access to running water. They probably have soap, and so it's not too far-fetched that the pants would be able to be kept some semblance of clean. But with all of the Jeep rolling that she does, as we've seen in a recent epic J-Law moment, she's rolling Jeeps, getting attacked by dinosaurs, getting wrangled and dangled and having to smuggle guns in her cheeks and all sorts of craziness. The real question is, how are the pants even still intact? So we had to remedy that. Thanks to OdaCat, we see a more accurate version of what Hannah Dundee would be like in that type of setting. The pants would be shredded down to barely there shorts. Don't ask where the cola came from, okay? Just like they still have Cadillacs and whatever gasoline that the Cadillacs are running on. Well, if that's feasible, then so is the soda, okay? So is the soda. So we've got Hannah Dundee in her tiny shorts there with a can of Coke, ready to toast you to the weekend. Cheers, Baconeers. It's Friday. You've earned it. Let's go. Expect to see her next Friday, by the way. Expect to see this one as a community post next Friday. So that is waifu number 2. Waifu number 3, another one from OdaCat, and another waifu celebrating an anniversary. And not just, it's actually very similar to Evangelion, another 30-year anniversary. In fact, this one is super close because the first game, I will give you a hint, just like I said, it was an anime for Asuka. For this one, it's a game that is celebrating its 30th anniversary.
Kitty, what did you do to her pants?
Only what he was supposed to do, okay? Only what he was supposed to do. Thank you for the visit from the Gyat Fairy, Robert Benson. But yeah, this game actually released on March 22nd, 1996. So not only is it, because Evangelion is doing kind of like a whole year long, like it is just 2026. So it's the year of their 30-year anniversary. But this game, we're less than a week. Less than a week, because it was the 20th last Friday, so we hadn't quite hit the anniversary yet. It was would have been Sunday, right? Yeah, it would have been Sunday, would have been the anniversary. So this is the first Turner stuff since the official anniversary. So nearly 30 years to the day, and I see a lot of people have actually guessed it. I'm kind of surprised. Yeah, you guys know your stuff. Either that or maybe it was the silhouette, maybe a little bit of both. But I see people saying Resident Evil, Jill Valentine. I even saw somebody say Jill Sandwich. That's right, it is a Jill Sandwich. So it's Jill Valentine from Resident Evil sporting her
tiny miniskirt.
Tiny miniskirt, and she even comes complete with a Jill sandwich. So there you go. You've got Jill Valentine with her sandwich, with the tiny mini skirt, celebrating 30 years of Resident Evil, courtesy of OdaCat. A very well done pinup here, man. Like I said, the artists every week, it's like they just get better and better. It's quite impressive. It's quite impressive, really. So waifu number 3, Jill Valentine with her sandwich, serving up a Jill sandwich right there. Yeah, go make me a Jill sandwich. Go make me a sandwich, Jill. All right. So from OdaCat, Jill sandwich, waifu number 3. Let's go. And then waifu number 4, and I believe we've got number 5 as well. I'll check the meter here again in a second. This one is a waifu that just got yeeted, just got thrown out. Okay, she got tossed. I got to see the clip again. Hold on. We got to see it one more time. Whoops. There we go.
Temptress.
Temptress, be gone, thought. So you guys already know. You guys already know. That's right. It's Felicia from Darkstalkers wearing the tiny overalls. It might be going into bikini season, and technically it's bikini season year-round, 365 days here on the Orbital Station. But another popular fashion trend that will certainly never go away is the tiny overalls. So I figured, her normal outfit is kind of already a bikini. It's kind of already there. So let's do something different. So instead of the bikini, we'll do tiny overalls for Felicia, since we've got her getting yeeted in an episode tomorrow morning.
Magnificent. Look at the size of that thing.
I won $20 Bison Bucks kickboxing at a Muay Thai tournament. When I die and go to hell, Tim Curry will say, "You know why you're here?" I will say, "Because of the waifus."
Thank you, Bubsy Bobcat, and congratulations. 20 big Bison Bucks there for the kickboxing Muay Thai tournament. I don't know if you're joking about that. I'm assuming you're serious, and if so, that's fucking awesome, man. Congratulations. That's great. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, man. So, we've got Felicia in the tiny overalls, Tim Curry voicing the devil. Oh, man, you guys are cracking me up. You know what? Let's go back. Let's check the meter. Let's see where we're at here, because I feel like we definitely have a 5th waifu to unlock, maybe more. Let's find out. Let's see where we're at. Let's see. We left off. This was halfway there to waifu number 5. Well, we have got waifu number 5, and in fact, we're a little over a quarter of the way to waifu number 6. So we've almost got enough for another waifu. Let's fucking go. All right. So Felicia was waifu number 4, I believe. Yes, she was waifu number 4. So we had Asuka, Hannah Dundee, Jill Sandwich, and Felicia in her tiny overalls. So waifu number 5, this one is also brought to us by Odacat, and also very easy to guess. She chose violence. She chose violence, but, once she got it out of her system, kind of like Scarlet, once Scarlet was done with all her ass kicking, she was ready to kick back and relax. In fact, she asked Duke, she said, "Hey, take me out to dinner and a movie, maybe more." Duke said, "You're cooking with gas. I think he knows what's up. It should have been me." So we've got Shira, who is also ready to relax after she is done kicking ass. That's right. Ich bin Shira. And it looks like Kitty has already completed his task.
Pardon me, Pontsu.
Pardon me, Pontsu. Kitty has already completed the task. He's been on his A game lately. So not just the artists, the artists, they get better each and every week. They're always on their A game. But it's good to see Kitty back on his A game. He is now wrangling and tangling the pantsu each and every week.
Booty!
Squeegee loves it. That's right. Vinny's over here.
Green skin girls.
Whoops, wrong one. Wrong one. Sorry, guys.
So many boobies.
Oh, no, that's the wrong one too. Where's the Vinny pop up?
Turn around, let me see the
There
back.
it is. I have too many buttons. I have too many buttons.
Turn around, let me see the back.
There we go. There we go. All right. So, hey, I'm zooking out, man.
No, man, he's just zooking out. He'll be okay. We like Zook, see?
We like Zook, see? Yeah, see? Yeah, I'm just going to play all the clips. Just all of them. I'm just going to start mashing buttons. I'm just going to mash. We're going to play all the clips. It doesn't matter if they're relevant or not. Yeah, I'm zooking out, man. So we have Shira minus Pantsu. Kitty has, like I said, been back on the job. He's got the routine down once again, making sure that these waifus have been unburdened of their pantsu. Okay, they're just in the way. They're just in the way. So Kitty's doing them a service, a favor. Whoa, buddy! Whoa, buddy!
Mash, mash, mash.
We're just gonna mash all the buttons. Ron McChaos zooking out like Conan.
So many boobies.
Green skin girls. Green skin girls.
I'm just mashing all the buttons. All right, let's see what else. What other things do we have?
Boobs.
Yeah, we got those.
Tiny mini skirt.
Well, we got that too. In fact, that's what Shira's wearing right now is a tiny mini skirt. Let's go. Let's go. We're just mashing all the buttons. We're zooking out, man. Hell yeah. We're having a good time here. Let's fucking go. Thank you so much for the massive dono. Let's check back on the meter. We might have another waifu to wrangle here. Let's see where we're at. Uh-oh. Looks like we might be in Sliver Country or just shy. We're like at the edge of Sliver Country right now. We're at the edge of Sliver Country. So close to getting waifu number 6. Can we hit it? Stand up. Be counted. We'll go ahead and give you the preview of the next waifu. Oh, this is one that we have been meaning to unlock. And every time I'm like, I'll move it up further in the list. But then I get all this awesome artwork from the artist every week. And I'm like, oh, I want to put this one. I want to put this one early in the list, you know? So hopefully we can finally get to this one. It's been a while. She has been wrangled, tied to this tree for weeks now. Do you remember, I think it was last year, not for my birthday this year, but last year, where we had Rogue and a cake, but I put her so far in the list that it took weeks for us to get her out of the cake.
I insist.
Thank you, Wiss. Wiss from the Cheddar Swiss Coalition says he insists. Let's go. I think that did it right there. That got us perfectly to waifu number 6. Now, do you guys know who this waifu is? Even though it's been teased for a while, Kitty is there. It looks like he is in mid wrangle. He is currently doing his job. Normally, by the time we get the pinups, the job has been done. In the case of Shira, right here.
That's more like it.
Whoa!
I'm all hot and bothered. Ooh, so exciting.
Time to unlock but.
Thank you, Dark88, for that massive dono right there. And making Kitty zook out. He couldn't even pronounce it right. It was like he was just like sputtering. You know, it's like humana, you know, he was zooking out, man. Let's fucking go. Thank you so much. All right. Did we get any guesses for who this waifu is? It's been tied to a tree for weeks. It's like when Rogue was stuck in the cake for weeks. We finally got her out of there. So we're finally going to see who this waifu is. The only hint that I can give you without just outright giving it away would be you probably want to look at the silhouette of Kitty, because the hat Kitty is wearing is the hat, basically the outfit. Like Kitty's wearing like a whole outfit here, is the villain of the cartoon.
Yes! I got a save back. Next week I'm getting a tattoo of a Psy Ventress. But a waifu is a waifu.
Hell yeah. Thank you, Bubsy Bobcat, for the 10 big Bison Bucks. Getting a Saj Ventress? Was she she was the Sith waifu, right? She was like gray skin girl. She was the gray skinned one, right? With the Sith. And she dual wielded. She had the dual wielding red lightsabers. I remember her. That'll be cool, man. That'll be cool. But yes, we have unlocked this one, maybe even the waifu after this one. All right, so I don't know that anybody has guessed this one. It's tough to give you a hint without just outright giving it away. If you don't recognize the character that Kitty is dressed as by the silhouette of his hat, that's okay. He's not the most memorable villain, especially when you take into consideration, and this is where I will basically give it away. When you take into consideration that this show, the show that the waifu is from, shares the universe with a couple other shows, and unfortunately the other two can't be played on YouTube, so we'll never get them in the Saturday morning lineup, but this one we can. Oh shit, look at Chi-Chi Boy! Look at Chi-Chi Boy saying Captain Bizarrely from the Tiger Sharks. That's right. Da, 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 da. You got a tiger by the tail. Hold on, Tiger Sharks. So we've got Kitty as Captain Bizarrely, as Angel is already wrangled, and Kitty is in the middle of doing his job right there. Like I said, normally he's already done. The task is completed by the time we get the pinup unveiled. But Kitty is in mid pantsu wrangle right there, as Angel is already wrangled to a palm tree. Is that a fucking Seacon? That's a transformer. Kitty's sitting on top of a transformer, right? That's one of the C-cons. So yeah, we've got, you want Octavia? Well, we might get there. We might actually get there. Let me refresh the bar because we've got some Octavia. Okay, we've got some Octavia ready to go. She's is she the next one? I could make her the next one. Let's see how close we are. Are we in Sliver Country?
Scanners on.
Whoa!
Magnificent! Look at the size of that thing!
Float those babies.
Thank you, Ron McChaos. Man, that's a callback. That's a callback to one of the older memes. We don't even say it that much anymore. I need to bring that one back. It used to be a super chat pop-up too. We need to bring that one back. Fish Police is highly underrated. A lot of people, it's weird. Like the algorithm, I guess, is putting Fish Police into people's recommendations because all of a sudden, like out of nowhere, that video is getting a bunch of new views and comments and stuff. And a lot of people talking about Angel in that one. Different Angel Fish from Tiger Sharks. But yeah, floating those babies for sure. So let's see, where does that put us for the next waifu? Because I can make a little adjustment on the fly here. We are, holy shit. Is that Sliver Country? No, let's go. We got waifu number 7. Okay, we got waifu number 7. Now, originally waifu number 7 was going to be like the part 2. So you see Kitty silhouette, you see the waifu here. It's basically part 2 to this. But I see a lot of people in the chat saying, "Where's Octavia? We want Octavia. She is, after all." Now I mash buttons and nothing happens.
Green skin girls! Green skin girls!
Octavia is a green skin girl. So we do want our green skin girls. I totally understand. So we're going to do this for you, chat. Give me just a second here. All I got to do is just move that one up in the order. And we will make Octavia the 7th waifu that we wrangle tonight. You guys will love this. You will love this one. We'll just save part 2 of Angel for next time. We'll save that one for next time. Okay. Did I do that right? Got to make sure I did that right. Think so. I think I did. All right. We're about to find out. We're about to find out if I did that right. Never actually edited the order of the lineup on the fly before. So we should be okay. We should be okay. Let's go back and, well, we have to, okay, it did start it over. That's fine. So a quick review of the waifus that we've already unlocked is we've got Asuka rocking the bikini here. Remember when she wore a similar bikini in the anime, talking about compression? She was talking about some things change size in the water, certain temperatures causes compression. So we've got Asuka celebrating 30 years of Evangelion right there, courtesy of Master Krakken. From Cadillacs and Dinosaurs, which we saw last week, we've got Hannah Dundee in what I feel is a more accurate representation of the state of her pants, or well, now they're shorts, but that's what would have happened to them living in a post-apocalyptic world filled with dinosaurs. Toasting you to the weekend. Then we've got another 30-year anniversary, almost to the day, not even a full week since the actual anniversary, 30th anniversary of the release of Resident Evil with Jill Sandwich. Let's go. And then we've got Felicia, who's going to be getting tossed tomorrow morning. Be gone, Temptress, wearing her tiny overalls. And then, of course, pardon me,
Pontsu.
Shira in her tiny miniskirt, courtesy of Odacat. And then as we get back into the Master Krakken artwork, we've got Angel from Tiger Sharks wrangled and tangled as Kitty is in the middle. We never get to see Kitty like doing his job. We get to see the results. So now we actually get to see Kitty doing his job, okay? And then because you guys have been so insanely generous tonight, thank you guys so much for the big support. Bubsy Bobcat, Whis, Chester Stevens, Ron McChaos, all the massive donos and everybody else who pitched in as well. Massive support from the Baconeers tonight. You want Octavia? You're going to get Octavia, but you might have to wait in line because if you notice, Kitty's right there. He appears to be first in line and Another Seacon, another one of those fish transformers in the background. So you're gonna have to wait in line because we're serving it up. We're serving it up. That's right. It is time for some calamari, or more specifically, some sushi. Hey, sushi! Let's go. Nice buddy. Yeah, thermal expansion. That's right, T-Bone Tony. Thermal expansion. Thermal expansion is what Oscar was talking about. Yes. So, hey, sushi. We've got Octavia wrangled, tangled, and served up on a platter. This might be a new one. This might be a new one. And I don't know if you're able to read the text there on the cheek, but it says certified 100% fresh. Okay, we're not no frozen sushi that was made the day before. Oh no. Okay, the Baconeers, you guys are too good for that. We're not giving you any leftovers. This is certified fresh 100% sushi on a golden platter. Normally it's, when you say something served up, it's a silver platter, but oh no, we've got a golden platter for our green skin girl. And Kitty looks like he's ready to dig in. Look at that. Yeah, Kitty's drooling, man. He's ready to dig in. Let's go. So, yeah, I actually agree, Neostar. Master Krakken improved upon the original. Neostar says that Octavia's hair looks better in this artwork than in the show. And I agree. Master Krakken oftentimes will improve upon perfection. Like if you already were like, man, this waifu's perfect. Green skin girl. Green skin girl, it's already perfection, but then Master Krakken finds a way to just make it that much better. Yeah, her hair looks better. Really, everything does, all the proportions, everything. Yeah, it all looks better. So, hey, sushi, there is your Octavia, your green skin girl, wrangled and tangled and served up on a golden platter for the Baconeers. Let's go. Thank you guys so much for the massive support tonight. Hopefully you have room in your stable for all those waifus. Okay, they all need a good home. So get them in your stable. Hopefully you got room. So we'll have another set of awesome pinups, new and exclusive artwork from our talented artists next week, ready to go for you guys. And it is very much thanks to you. Okay, I feel confident. Normally I don't like speaking on behalf of other people, but I feel confident speaking on behalf of the artists. In this case, they very much appreciate your generosity. It keeps food on their table because the vast majority, like 99% of all the super chats just go right back to the artist. So thank you guys so much for that. I really appreciate the big support tonight. The artists, thank you as well. I hope you enjoyed this waifu roundup. It seems like it, based on the reactions I'm seeing in chat. I think you guys approve of these waifus. Definitely get them in your stable, all right? All right, guys. Well, that is the show tonight. We've got just over 30 minutes till midnight. So that should give you time to get some more pizza rolls or whatever you want to snack on. Get some sparks, some spin, some crystal twist, some foo-pa, or whatever your zook of choice is, and get ready for Psycho Gorman because it's going to be a janky, cheesy trip. I don't know any better way to describe it. It's just going to be insane. So hopefully you guys are ready for that. So we'll see you in the Discord in about 30 minutes. Just hop in the VC. We do request that you mute your mic. It's kind of like going to the movie theater. We don't want people talking over the movie, but it does have a side chat there, just like we have here on YouTube, so we can riff. In fact, it's almost a little bit better because unlike YouTube, we can post images and reaction GIFs and all sorts of stuff. We've got custom emojis, all sorts of stuff. So we'll be riffing in the chat just like we do when we're watching stuff here. And that'll be starting at midnight Eastern time, which is a little over 30 minutes from now. Until then, I want you guys to have a good rest of your night, regardless of what you decide to do. Have a good rest of your night. Hopefully we'll see you tomorrow morning for Saturday morning cartoons, and then tomorrow night for the anime grindhouse. You all have been awesome. I appreciate each and every one of you. Okay, your time is valuable. Thank you for spending it here with the Baconeers as we set sail and cruise on into the weekend. Be sure to like up the stream if you enjoyed the madness. And until next time, stay awesome, stay based. God bless you all. Let me leave you now with a moment of Zook. Safe, just like a woman. Let's go. All right, guys, that's the show. Until next time, remember.
Until all is one.
Yes, until all is one.
Thank you for visiting me. It's been real.
Tomorrow.
Goodbye, nega ninjas.
Wants to be ninja. In jungle, a super python is ninja. He's gonna rap, 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 rap. Waifus down, rap, waifus down. Till clap in town, he's gonna clap, clap, clap her down. Clap her cheeks to mesmerizing town. T-bone python ninja. In the jungle, zook T-bone python looks fresh, waifu yams. In swamp, muddy dams. Muddy waifu bays. Jungle bikini waves. Waifu yams are out. Waifu meat pea flout. Hey, hey, hey. T-bone python slowly slides from behind. Waifu bathing skinny dipping sheep unwinds. T-bone coils around her thighs. Waifu breathes heavy sighs. T-bone coils around her cave. Waifu starts to shake. T-bone coils around her belly. Waifu slowly turns jelly. T-bone coils around her yams. Waifu tit starts to clam. T-bone coils around her shoulders. Waifu realizes a python holds her. T-bone python want to be ninja in jungle, and zook python is ninja. He's gonna rap, rap, rap. Waifus down, rap waifus down to clap in town. He's gonna clap, clap, clap her down.